Man, salute to everybody in the building, gang. I don't want to lose my voice tonight. So we going to, yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want to lose my voice tonight. But, because last night we was going crazy. But we back, gang. Today, man, sad day, gang. Today, they buried Nolan Wells. And, man, sad funeral, man. Salute to his parents. Rest in peace to 18-year-old Nolan Wells, man. I seen his football team was there. I seen a lot of people came out. He had a lot of family, friends, teammates. They really came out and showed Nolan some love today, man. Today was a sad day, but today is where the investigation really begins because none of his body has been laid to rest. We got 2 autopsies we need to see, gang. We got 2 autopsies we need to see. We got a couple of people we need to hear from. This is where things need to get real now, man. Because the family wants answers, the people want answers, and the state of Mississippi is saying, hey, you know what I mean? No foul play. Ben Crump and the team is saying, no, something ain't right. The parents been receiving hate mail. It's a lot of people online. They've been accused of a money grab. Some people are saying that the autopsy ain't coming out because if it do, it's going to, you know what I mean? If they say the boy drowned, then what? It's going to be all hell for the parents and Ben Crump and everybody. They're going to owe them boys a serious apology. Some people are saying, nah, man, the state of Mississippi is holding on to their autopsy and don't want to say nothing because they already lied and said there was no signs of foul play. So right now, we don't even know if either side has the autopsy back. So I think that makes Mississippi look a little suspicious, people think, because why would y'all say no signs of foul play if the autopsy is not done? What made y'all come to that conclusion so goddamn early? Oh, yeah, it's questions to be asked, gang. It's a lot of questions to be asked, man. And look, nobody trusts nobody right now when it comes down to what really happened to Nolan Xavier Wells. Salute to everybody. But y'all, we got a few updates too, gang. We got some good updates tonight too, gang. We got to go back to Dallas, Texas and check on Daniel Irving. They say, I believe his autopsy results came back. The boy who they say drowned in Lake Ray Hubbard, but it turns out the 2 teenagers he was with, which one of them was a white boy. It turns out looks just like the Nolan Wells situation. It turns out his autopsy has come back, and we got to go check on that. We go check on what they're saying happened in that situation because a lot of people were saying that the boy should be charged with murder. If he just drowned, why would they hide his clothes? Why would they not call his parents, get rid of all his belongings? It looked like a murder the way the boys was moving. That's Daniel Irving in Dallas. And we also got to check in with the woman who shot the 20-year-old man that she found underneath her 13-year-old's bed. Oh man, gang. Yeah, we got some serious updates. And then we finna go into the funeral, the press conference, because I didn't watch the full press conference, gang. I seen a few pieces of it. I was looking for that autopsy talk. I seen a few pieces of what Ben Crump was saying, but we really gotta look at that I think the funeral was first. They had the funeral first, they had the press conference right after that. And I didn't watch the full press conference. I said, no, I want to watch this with the gang. We gonna break it down. We got a lot of things to check up on in the Nolan Wells situation, gang. Smash that like button, moderators. Do me a favor, mods. Can y'all please drop the link to my merch in the chat. Salute to Sko's Cherry Limeade. Salute, gang. Salute to Sko's Cherry Limeade. I see y'all with them gifts going crazy. Salute to Sko's Cherry Limeade. Shout out to everybody that donated during the funeral today too, gang. Salute to everybody that was donating. I wasn't on there that long, but salute to everybody that donated during the funeral, man. Y'all know what time it is. It's Big Sko gang, a no gang, a don't bang. Remember, we don't break the news. We just break the news down. Light the gas up, man. I got to put something in the air tonight, man. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells. I got to put something in the air tonight for my young nigga, man. Rest in peace to Nolan. Put that Reggie, that Zod, that K2, that CBD. Put it in the air, gang. Salute to everybody in the building, y'all. What is today? Monday or Tuesday? Today is Monday, man. Salute to everybody. Monday, July 20th. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Salute to Pencourt, man. Salute to Pencourt, man. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Mods, drop the link to my merch in the chat. As well as can y'all please drop the link to my Instagram, Sko_network, Sko_network. Can y'all drop the link to my Instagram as well? If you want to send me any videos or anything you want to show me about the Nolan Wells situation or any of the other updates, please follow me on Instagram, Sko_network. Salute to everybody building y'all like the gas up, and let's get ready to break some shit down tonight for real, because the investigation starts tonight. Look at the whole gang, man. Look at the whole gang. I see y'all in Instagram. Y'all, it's your boy Just Ain't No Sko. We don't break the news, we just break the news down. It's most definitely Sko gang and no gang. gang or don't bang. Hey, we're gonna stay real over here, man. Big Skull Gang. Salute to everybody that watched this video. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I do live streams all the time. It's Skull Gang or no gang or don't bang. Salute to everybody. Hold on. I want to show y'all this real quick, y'all. Go, hey, gang, come on, man. Just been able to go with Big Cartel, y'all. Go to the website, gang. I got everything in every color, gang. We got everything in every single color, gang. Go show me some love. Goddamn it. Trade breaking your gas, man, on the Skull Gang trade. You might not gang, you know. Yeah, y'all niggas tell me y'all big smoke in the chat, y'all big blow and shit. But why ain't you got your trade yet, nigga? Why ain't you niggas got your trade yet? Grab the ass, nigga. Go to the website and shop with your boy. Just say no to Skull. Man, salute to everybody, bit of gang. Salute, gang. Salute. Let me see. Hold on. Give me 1 second, gang. 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, gang. Hold on. 1 second, gang. It is. Let me see, gang. Hold on. Salute to everybody, bit of gang. Salute. Let me see. Smash that like button, gang. Smash that like button. Let me see. Let's go here. I'm back, gang. I'm back. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Haitian K, what's good? Did I see my boy VA804 in here? Shout out to Skull Gang, Toy in the building. Salute, gang. Shout out to Cali Blue. Salute to everybody. Angel Chocolate, I see you, gang. Shout out to Pencorp. VA804, salute, my guy. Yeah, shout out to who was that? Church one time. Shout out to Church one time, man. Salute to Church one time, man. Salute, gang. Texas 713. Salute, my boy. Salute to Texas 713 in the building, man. Vincent Smith, I see you. Corey Tools, what's good? Sean Breezy, I see you, my guy. Shout out to Tree Holiday, man. Salute to Tree Holiday. Coco Flames, Lala Davis. Salute, gang. Brenda Jones, I see you. Shout out to Preacher J, man. First Lady Mimi, I see you, gang. Salute to King Draco in the building. Shout out to Harp G's. Salute to Raven, man. I don't know what Raven talking about there, but salute to Ray. I ignore Raven for the most part, man. Her ass is crazy. Nikki 901, what's good, gang? Shout out to Skulls Cherry Limeade in the building. You did. Shout out to Wanda, man. Salute to Wanda in the building, man. Salute, Wanda. Shout out to everybody. Lawrence Green, I see you, my nigga. Salute, fam. Let me see. HD the Boss, salute. Shout out to Cosmo in the building, man. United we stand. Ski Shiesty. Salute to the whole gang, man. Lala David, Lorenzo. Shout out to Lorenzo in the building. 901 Tony B. Salute, my boy. Shout out to Jersey's own, man. Ski Shiesty. September Virgo. Shout out to everybody rock with me. Lawrence Green, I see you. Yeah, Crunch fam. What's good? Positive vibes. Salute. It is. Shout out to Carlos Franklin in the building, man. Salute to everybody, man. Salute, gang. Salute, man. Shout out to Toy. I seen you during the funeral, Toy. I seen you going crazy during the funeral, going, you know, in the chat. You know what I mean? Talking to the people, man. Salute, gang. OGI Wab. I see you. Haitian K. Salute. Miss Cat Dog. Salute, gang. Shout out to Marlon, man. Shout out to Marlon, Texas in the building, gang. It is Solo Dolo. What's good, my boy? Salute to Southside Cooley. Shout out to the whole gang, man. JL, I see you, man. Salute to everybody, man. It is. I see you, man. Let me see. Sky Dog. Shout out to Sky Dog, man. Salute to the whole gang. Cali Dre, I see you, my boy. Salute to Cali Dre creeping through this thing, man. Shout out to the 803 Hitman. Salute, fam. If I missed you, man, my bad, gang. Shout out to my energy. Salute, gang. 92 Dolo. What's good, fam? Salute to everybody. Pam, I see you. Miss Fat to you. Salute to everybody. Razzie Dreads, I see you, fam. It is. Salute, man. Tim Perry, salute. Show enough, salute. Shout out to everybody. All right, look at the show, gang. Look at the show, man. Look at the show. Let me see. Shout out to Looney in the building, man. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody that's donating tonight, too, man. Shout out to Jesse Jackson, man. Yeah. We got shout out to Jesse Jackson, this motherfucker, man. Salute to everybody rocking with me, gang. Shout out to Wanda. Is this your first time over here, Wanda? Or you been here? My bad. You might have been here. Shout out to Aquarius Queen, man. Salute to Aquarius Queen. Salute to everybody donating, buying gifts. Salute to all y'all, gang. Salute to everybody showing that love, man. Skulls, Cherry, Limeade. Salute, gang. Let's get to the show, gang, because we got some updates to do. We got a few stories I want to cover, man. We got to do some real deal breakdowns tonight. Where did I want to go first? Gang? Salute to every. You know what? Before we get into all the serious stuff, before we get too serious tonight, let's talk about a few other things in the news, man. Let me turn the light on, gang. Hold on. Let me see. Come on, man. Come on. There we go. That's the light I'm looking for. There we go, gang. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Y'all going crazy, man. Y'all going crazy y'all going crazy tonight, man. Yeah, what's the price of these damn gifts though? Y'all sending me? I don't know what's the price. I gotta go look this up. Y'all going crazy with these gifts, man. What are these, 50 cents? Smash that like button, man. Yeah, what we got going on here, gang? Super Cream in the mix in the building. Salute, gang. Let me see. Shout out to my guy Mouthpiece, man. Mouthpiece, what's good? BATL, what's good, fam? 404 in the building, man. Salute. It is. Shout out to goddamn Rockies, man. Salute to Rockies. Salute to Rockies, man. What is the Unk Alert? What does that mean? What does Unk Alert mean? T Coop, what's good? And these gifts crazy, man. Shout out to everybody's gifts. UMC Smoke. Shout out to UMC Smoke, man. Y'all know Memphis rock with a nigga. Y'all know Memphis rock with a nigga, man. Hold on. What's the roaches for, fam? I'm trying to figure this out, showing up. Hey, get showing up over the timeout real quick, fam. Yeah, get showing up. I don't know what them roaches mean, fam. But get showing up over the timeout. Gossip TV, what's good? Salute to everybody, man. Shout out to Tasha J in the building. Y'all going crazy. These things must be 10 cents. What's going on here, gang? Salute. Salute to the gang here. These things must be like 10. How much these things cost, y'all? Because y'all going crazy with them. We at 18 already. Salute to the chat, man. You know I rock with y'all, man. All right, man. Y'all going crazy. Dario Bird, what's good? Before we get too serious, man, salute to Lorenzo, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, gang. Salute. Salute, gang. All right, let's get serious. Let's get serious, man. Let's get serious, man. Let's get serious. Let's turn up. Let's get serious, gang. Y'all, the chat going crazy, man. The chat going crazy. It is. Toy said, I spent 10 bones on mine. Hey, you talking about, nigga? Salute, gang. Shout out to the team, man. Yeah, man. Y'all turn the chat up, man. Turn the chat up. Make the chat do what y'all want it to do, gang. Make the chat do what you want it to do. They going crazy, man. They going crazy in the chat. Y'all going crazy, man. We almost at 30 already. Y'all going crazy. V804, where you been, my guy? Sean Breezy, what's good? Yeah, they going crazy, man. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Let me see. Shout out to Cedric, man. Cedric Dixon, what's good, my nigga? I went to school with a nigga named Cedric Dixon, fam. Yeah, I went to school with a nigga named Cedric Dixon. He owed me, a nigga owed me some money still, fam. It is. Shout out to Giant Heart in the building. Shout out to El Chapo in the building. I'm seeing names I ain't never. Shout out to everybody, man. Oh, y'all okay? All right, gang. Okay, we over 30. We at 30. All right, we go okay. All right, yeah. Y'all going crazy, man. Salute to the gang, man. Yeah. Y'all are going crazy tonight, man. Somebody said, "Long live Alley Boy Ski Shiesty." Did Alley Boy die? Because they said Alley Boy wasn't dead, man. I heard that Alley Boy passed away due to a kidney problem, but then his daughter came out and said he was not dead at all, that he was fighting for his life, but he is very much alive. All right. Shout out to everybody in the building, gang. Salute. Yeah, y'all going crazy, gang. Y'all going crazy with these gifts, man. We almost at 50 already. Yeah, we almost at 50 already, man. Salute to everybody in the building. All right, we gotta get to the show, gang. Y'all keep tearing the chat, keep doing y'all thing, but I gotta get into the show, gang. Before we get too serious, gang, before we get so serious, let me go here real quick. Before we get too serious with the Nolan Wells situation, man, did y'all see this right here, gang? Did y'all see this? Hold on, gang. Did y'all see this real quick? It says, family accused of dying and dash after allegedly walking out on a $300 restaurant bill with children in tow. Who done this before, gang? Let's be honest, gang. Who done this before, man? Life is hard, man, especially for black folks, especially back in them 80s and 90s, man. Who done been with your mama eating at Luby's, Golden Corral? It is somewhere grubbing, man. And you notice that mama had y'all slip out one at a time. Come on, man. Shout out to my auntie, man. Shout out to my auntie, man. My auntie was good. Hey, on Easter, every Easter, we going somewhere to eat, and we sliding out that motherfucker, man. Shout out to my auntie, man. She gonna make sure a nigga ate, man. Shout out to Luby's. Shout out to Furs. Shout out to all the buffets, man. Nigga was gonna eat and get the hell up out of there, man. Smash that like button. Shout out to the IHOPs out there. Salute to all the places that let you pay your bill after you eat. Yeah, there was a lot of dying and dashing going on, man. Let's check in with this real quick, gang. Salute to everybody in the building, gang.
Getting tired of this fucking shit. I'm fucking tired of this fucking shit.
Hold on. I can't play that. Yeah, we all have been a part of this before, gang. We all have been a part of this before. Y'all stop playing around. Salute to the chat, man. I see y'all in the chat going crazy, man. Salute to the chat. Yeah, we all done this before, gang, right? We all done this, man. If you ain't never done this before, you capping right now. If you ain't, matter of fact, I might go somewhere and die. Yeah, at one at a time, gang. Everybody mob out one at a time. One at a time. I'm going to dine and dash tonight, man. Yeah, I'm dying and dashing tonight, man. I'm going to IHOP late tonight. I'm getting me a good meal too, nigga. No, I'm getting extra orange juices and shit. I'm ordering extra shit, and I'm ducking out, nigga. I'm out of here, man. Yeah, I'm tired of paying, man. Life is getting too expensive, man. I'm tired of paying. Smash that like button. But this story been going viral. I've been seeing everybody posting this. I was like, what the hell? Smash that like button, gang. Salute to everybody. Bit of me. If you ain't never dined and dashed, man, it's about that time, man. Yeah, shit is hard. It's rough out here, gang. It's rough out here, man. Y'all keep going crazy in the chat, man. But yeah, it ain't Cream to my, not me. I'm scared to steal. You probably the number one thief in here. Yeah, right. Yeah. Shout out to Hoods Queen. Salute the Hoods Queen, man. Salute, gang. Real Campbell, what's good, my guy? Let's get into something real, gang, because we broke this story down the other day, gang, and this is really a tragic story, man. This is a tragic story right here, man. Remember, we broke down the story about the woman who found a 20-year-old man underneath her 13-year-old daughter's bed. Now, as a dad, I understand where she's coming from. It's because I'm a dad. But is it murder? Because they say the boy was under the bed. She told the boy to get out. The boy got from underneath the bed. Well, the man came from underneath the bed, and as he walked to the door to leave the house, the mama shot him in the back of the head, killing the man. Now it's coming back that this man might have been autistic, that this man might have been a little slow. Well, I want to stop you right there. He wasn't too slow to try to get some ass. And excuse my language. I know it's early in the show. He wasn't too slow to try to, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it is messed up when I hear about the story. The boy was found underneath the 13-year-old girl bed. But at the same time, man, that's a dangerous situation, man. Yeah, you get caught in some 13-year-old child house, man. Her parents want to do something to you, man. But the woman is being charged with, I think, second degree, first degree murder. And people are saying that this is wrong. Some people are saying that this is wrong, man. That was a grown man finna do something to a child. 13-year-old girl fast as hell. And we know how them young girls like them older men. We talk about that all the time. Them young girls don't want no young dudes. We talked about that. But at the same time, if you're a 20-year-old grown-ass man and you're found underneath a child's bed, man, no telling what's going to happen to you, man. But this woman is being charged with murder. This is in Memphis, y'all. Shout out to the 901, y'all. We're doing an update. Before we get into the Nolan Wells situation, I'm doing a quick update on two stories. And we finna deep dive into the Nolan Wells situation. But do y'all agree with this, man? Do y'all think mom was wrong? She found the man under her 13-year-old bed, and he crawled out. He was peacefully leaving. They say he was leaving, and mama waited till he got to the front door and blew his head off out the door. I mean, shot his ass out the door. Get your got him up out of here, man. Do y'all think mom deserves to be arrested for murder? Smash that like, or could this be a crime of passion? She's seen this grown man and lost her damn mind. Couldn't believe this. Talk to me in the chat, yeah. I'm watching my chat right now, gang. Talk to me in the chat while we check in. But they are now saying that this dude was autistic, that something might have been wrong with him. Smash the like button. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Light that trash up.
We're also following new developments in the case of a Memphis mother accused of shooting and killing a man she says she found hiding under her daughter's bed. In court this morning, Kendra Scott, who is charged with first-degree murder, had her bond set at $100,000 and was also ordered not to have contact with the victim's family. Memphis police say when they initially arrived to the scene last week, the victim, Rodarius Morton, was found dead near the home's porch after he had been shot in the back of the head. WREG Shay Arthur is live tonight after speaking with a former teacher of Morton's and what she wants people to know about him. Shay?
Oh, wow.
Hey, Stephanie.
So they're treating this man like the full victim, of course. You know what I mean? He's a victim, they're saying. They're talking to people that knew him as teachers. Yeah, this woman is arrested for murder, gang. Do y'all agree? Should she be arrested for murder? Found a 20-year-old man under her 13-year-old daughter's bed, and she shot him in his head as he walked out the door. Is that murder?
Yeah, she says this case could have been handled so many other ways, not ending with a 20-year-old man being killed.
Perkins says she's the former middle school teacher of Rodarius Morton, who Memphis police say was shot and killed early last Thursday morning in the Walker Homes neighborhood. She said Morton had learning disabilities.
He was special needs, and I was his special needs teacher.
Wow.
She described him as soft-spoken and respectful, shocked by his death.
Unbelievable. Very, very hurt because the young man that I knew that most people don't know, based off of this story. They don't know him personally like I did.
In court paperwork, an underage girl told police Morton came to her house early Thursday morning through a back door. Her mother, Kendra Scott, then showed up banging on the door, yelling, "Who is at my house?" Scott says she went inside and found Morton hiding under the girl's bed. Police say as Morton was leaving the home unarmed, he was shot somewhere near the front porch. Detectives discovered he had a gunshot wound to the back of his head. The girl told police her mother has told her in the past if she discovered a boy in the home, he would be faced with violence.
People look at this and they say, well, he should have been in that situation in the first place.
And I agree. I do agree. I do not condone his actions as going and mingling with a 13-year-old. However, when you're cognitively not 20, what do you expect?
She put it. Oh yeah, they think if I asked about 30 years in prison. Now they saying the boy is, he's special needs. He has autism. You know what I mean? He doesn't have the mind of a 20-year-old. In his mind, he might think he might feel like he's 13. He might have the mind of a 12-year-old. Now, that don't excuse being that old messing with a young kid. That don't excuse that. But they just showed you that somebody should have been watching this man. You feel me? If he still got the mind of a child, he don't quite understand, or you know what I mean? He understood something. I mean, I don't know what I mean. Yeah, he understood something. He was trying to get some draws. You know what I mean? So yeah, he ain't that slow. But at the same time, he's special needs. It's proof that this man does not have it all. That, you know what I mean? He doesn't have the regular brain of a 20-year-old. And on top of that, if he came from underneath the bed peacefully and was leaving your home, that means you and your child was not in any danger. He was not a threat whatsoever. This boy never posed a threat. So that's what's really hurting, gang. That's going to hurt this woman in court. Smash that light. But a lot of y'all saying lock her ass up.
And I found out last night that from his sister, no one knew that he was gone away from the house.
Perkins believes Morton thought the girl was older and didn't understand the law.
I just wish she wouldn't have never shot him. That's it. There were so many opportunities for her to stop and think. So many different ways that this could have had a different outcome. So many different ways. Call the police. If you got a gun, hold them there to gunpoint till the police gets there.
Right. Got the Hollywood team.
Yeah, and Stephanie, Scott is due back here in court next month. For your news leader, we're live downtown.
Lady Beast said he ain't that special needs. And Lady Beast is from Memphis, man. Salute to Memphis. Shout out to the whole 901 in the building, man. Salute to the whole 901, man. Some people feel like, hey, if you was messing with a kid, you was 20 years old, if your people wasn't watching you, then you got what you got. You got special needs or not. You got what you got. You don't come crawling from, goddamn 13-year-old child bed, man. What do you think is going to happen? Well, that's the whole point, y'all. I don't think this boy has a regular way of thinking. They say special needs. So, I mean, it's not looking good for the woman. If he was retreating, if he was leaving the house peacefully, he posed no threat to no one. He wasn't trying to fight the mom or go off or take anything, or he wasn't reaching for weapons or trying to fight her. If he just walked out peacefully, then that means 9 times out of 10, man, yeah, this woman going to facing some real ass time, man. Yeah. Let me see. Easy 80s baby said that nigga was trying to get them young draws. Hell no, dog. Hey, shout out to Easy 80s baby. He said that nigga was trying to get the draws. No. You know what I mean? Yeah. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Like I said, man, we're going to keep following this story because I want to know what happened. I want to see, what kind of time she received. I think she got $100,000 bond right now. But as of tonight, she's still in jail. Yeah, sad situation, man. Sad, even for the little girl, man, for the 13-year-old. Because I know she feel guilty as hell, man. You feel me? That 13-year-old girl going to forever remember this. And I'm sure she's seen the dead body. Heard her mama shoot him in the head. So, yeah, this is bad. Now her mom is gone. Her mom finna face some time in prison. So, yeah, it probably wasn't worth that, man. If the dude came out and he was finna leave, I mean, even if mama would have shot him in the ass, and I'm not saying shoot nobody, y'all, but even if you would have shot him in the ass, they said she hit him with a headshot. Man, you know what I mean? Yeah, either way, man, sad situation, man. Sad situation. Y'all smash that like button. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Now let's go to a story. Let's go here, gang. This is important right here, gang, because Ben Crump is also a part of this case right here, gang. Let's go here now, man. Let's come back to Dallas, Texas, y'all. Let's go to Lake Ray Hubbard. This ain't Horn Island. This is Lake Ray Hubbard where I was born, man. Salute to Lake Ray Hubbard. Shout out to all my niggas from Garland, man. Lake Ray Hubbard go around. I want to say Garland, where I let it run through Dallas. Salute to all my Lake Ray Hubbard cats, man. Let me see. Digital Mafia said, F what she talking about. Only thing I'm mad at, she should have put holes in the front. That teacher too talking about, however, bitch, that's her daughter. Okay, Digital Mafia said he ain't trying to hear it, man. He think the dude got what he deserved. Okay. Wow, yeah. You know what I mean, all right. Yeah, I don't want no smoke, gang. I don't want no, I didn't do it, Mafia. Wasn't me, brother. Wasn't me. Smash that like button, man. Yeah, Mafia say should have kept shooting. Damn. Hey. Some people, everybody got their own way of thinking around here. Everybody got their own opinion. I respect everybody's opinion over here, gang. Let's get to the story of Daniel Irving right here in Dallas, Texas. Another black man who drowned in a lake, gang. Two teenagers, a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old, who are now locked up facing charges of tampering with evidence, not murder charges, just tampering with evidence. I think both of the boys are still in jail. The 16-year-old might be home by now. But the 19-year-old, the white boy, I know for a fact he's still locked up. We don't know what race the 16-year-old is. We haven't seen a picture of him due to him being a juvenile. But the 19-year-old who let Daniel Irving drown and float away or died or killed him, whatever happened to him, murdered him, he's still locked up. And he's the one who hid the clothes, got rid of the boy's cell phone, didn't call the mom. So the parents feels like this is murder. Daniel Irving's parents feel like, no, this is murder, fam. Is no damn way you hid the fact that my son drowned. If he just drowned, why would you hide it? If you had nothing to do with what happened to him, why would you go through all this to cover up his goddamn death? So Ben Crump is now down there along with Dominique Alexander from the Carmelo Anthony trial. Y'all remember Dominique Alexander, the spokesperson for the Carmelo Anthony family? Him and Ben Crump have come together in Dallas to take on the case of Daniel Irving, and they're saying the autopsy results came back because the family want to know, how did he die? They say the boy was on the swim team. They say he was a great swimmer. Let's find out what they're saying about this, because the family want this thing upgraded to murder charges, gang, and so does Ben Crump and Dominique Alexander, man. Smash that like button, y'all. Keep going crazy in my chat, gang.
Family still searching for answers as learning more about the final moments of Daniel Irving's life. Newly released autopsy findings are shedding light on the North Texas man's drowning death in Lake Ray Hubbard. As two teenagers face tampering with evidence charges, Irving's loved ones say they believe more serious charges are warranted.
Let's go.
NBC5's Shannon Miller reports on the new details revealed today.
According to the autopsy report for Daniel Irving obtained by NBC5 from the Dallas County Medical Examiner, after jumping from a bridge into Lake Ray Hubbard in April, Irving, a high school senior swim team member, was seen to surface once, call out for help before becoming submerged, and did not resurface.
Why would you throw away his clothes and delete messages and not even call his mother?
Last week, attorneys for the family of Daniel Irving called for a full and impartial investigation into his death. 19-year-old Lucas Roper has been charged with tampering with evidence after admitting to Dallas police he panicked after Irving drowned. Detectives say Roper discarded Irving's clothes and deleted all communications with Irving on his cell phone. Investigators also say Roper and another minor suspect threw Irving's cell phone into a ditch. The autopsy report saying the drowning was an accident and concluded that after police interviewed the two other individuals with Irving, and despite initial suspicions, there are no current suspicions of foul play.
Tell me this, gang. How do y'all feel about that, man? Because I think this is the same thing that a lot of people. This is almost a mirror of the Nolan Wells case. A lot of people feel like, look, man, just because the boy drowned doesn't mean it wasn't foul play. You know what I mean? How do you know somebody didn't help his ass drown? You know what I mean? I think that's how a lot of people feel like, you know what I mean? Just because he drowned don't mean nothing. Was the boy beat up? What happened to him? What did they do to him, man? That's how some people feel. And some people feel like, nah, man. Hell, Dallas could be lying. You can't trust the state of Texas and Mississippi in certain places with these autopsies, because why would the white boy do everything to get rid of this boy's cell phone, all his clothes, all his shit, if he had nothing to do with nothing? If they was just out there innocently swimming and the boy drowned, why would you go through all this to make sure his family didn't know where he was at? You seen him, if he just drowned, y'all were just out there swimming and he drowned, why not call for help? Why not try to save him? This your homeboy. Y'all was out there kicking it. Why not go call his parents or go knock on his door? Go tell somebody. He'll call 911. Why not just simply call 911 and say, man, my friend is drowning? Why would he go through these links to hide this thing? So I agree with the family, man. Something don't seem right about this. I feel like this shit should be murder no matter what. If you watch somebody drown and go hide their clothes and discard their cell phone, their belongings, there's some way, somehow, fam, that sounds like murder to me, fam. Smash that like button, gang. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all talk to me in my chat, gang. Hey, I don't like what's going on here.
If it was your child,
Dr. Ben Crump,
would you say it was
Ben Crump was in the building on this too.
or would you say it was a murder?
Dallas police said last week, as with any active criminal investigation, detectives evaluate information as it is received and will continue to follow the facts where they lead. The Dallas County DA telling NBC5 Monday it does not comment on pending cases. The Dallas County Medical Examiner report saying should further information come to light in the future, the cause and or manner of death may be amended. Attorneys for Irving's mother said they have no comment on the findings of the autopsy report or if their calls for an independent investigation include an independent autopsy. In Dallas, Shannon Miller, NBC5.
Smash that like button, gang. How do y'all feel about that, man?
As two teenagers.
How do y'all feel? Like I said, this story is just like the Nolan Wells story now. They're still saying no signs of foul play. You know what I mean? Autopsy findings are still no signs of foul play, gang. You know what I mean? Like, do y'all think the same thing is going to happen in the Nolan Wells case? Do y'all believe that if the autopsy comes back and says that Nolan Wells just drowned, will that be enough for the people or for the parents? Because in this case, they got rid of all his things. They threw his shit away. They got rid of his phone. We know Nolan Wells' parents received his car, his keys, his phone. But people think, nah, it was suspicious, Sko. It was suspicious circumstances how the parents got the phone back, how they got the car back, how his friends left him on the island and nobody knew where he was until late that goddamn night. Sko, these situations look the same. They very different, but similar in some ways, people feel like. So how will y'all feel if the autopsy of Nolan Wells comes back and says he drowned? What do y'all do then? What would the internet say if the autopsy comes back and says Nolan Wells drowned? Because I want to know more about the autopsy. Now, remember, this boy died, passed away. Rest in peace to Daniel Irving, man. Rest in peace, young man. He passed away back in April. So if the autopsy is just coming back now, it has been a couple of months. So, I mean, I guess we do got to sit back and wait for these autopsy findings from Mississippi and from Benjamin Crump. But at the same time, Ben Crump said the autopsy was coming back on Friday. The state of Mississippi has already said no foul play. So they got us all on the edge of our seats saying, what happened to Nolan Wells, man? When are the autopsy results coming out? Now, let's get over to Nolan Wells, man, because today they had a beautiful service for Nolan Wells. Rest in peace to Daniel Irving. Remember, Ben Crump, Dominique Alexander is on this situation. We're going to keep our eyes on it, man. If I could interview somebody from this family, from Daniel Irving, gang, don't forget about Daniel Irving, y'all. Yeah, his story is just as important as Nolan Wells. Don't forget about Daniel Irving right here in Dallas who drowned in Lake Ray Hubbard. If I could interview somebody from his family or talk to somebody, I would love to do that right here in Dallas, man. So I'm most definitely looking into this story as well, gang. So rest in peace to Daniel Irving, man. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody bidding y'all. Let's get to what you came here for, gang. Let's break down what's going on with Nolan Wells, man. Because the family showed up today for a funeral service, man. It was a closed casket, as far as I know. Now, I wasn't at the funeral service, but as far as I can see, you know, from what I've seen, I don't know if they ever opened the coffin up or not. What does Nolan Wells' body look like? We all want to know. Now, I'm not saying we all want to look at it. We want to see that. I mean, I know that I'm sure that's a heartbreaking thing to see, but we all just want to know what condition was the body in? Was Nolan Wells beat up? Was Nolan Wells strangled? Did he have any marks around his neck? We really want to know the condition of his body because, like I said, it was a closed casket from what I can see. And we all was wondering, would they open the casket up? Would we be able to see Nolan's face for the people at the funeral, be able to see what Nolan looked like? I think that's very important when it comes to, you know, how this thing played out. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody building gang. Let's check in with Nolan Wells' mom, his dad, Benjamin Crump, Al Sharpton. Shout out to Tyler Perry, who put another $50,000 up with Al Sharpton, 100 bands for information of what happened to Nolan Wells. The family, I believe the family has reached their goal on the GoFundMe of $750,000. The family has really been out here putting the word out, spreading the word about what's going on with Nolan. We see him doing interviews. How do y'all feel about this thing? Now that Nolan is buried, gang, how do y'all feel? Let's check on everything that happened today, gang. Salute to everybody in the building, y'all.
This morning, family and friends set to honor the short life of Nolan Wells as the investigation into how he died intensifies. Inside this massive church in his hometown, a huge turnout is expected, and his mother is planning a fitting celebration.
I know if Nolan was here, he'd be like, Mom, you know, just keep talking to the people, keep telling my story, keep telling your story. So that is going to be my plan.
Reverend Al Sharpton will deliver Nolan's eulogy as demands for justice are growing. According to a newly released incident report, his mother reported her 18-year-old son missing at around 12:22 a.m. on July 5th.
Please report her 18-year-old son, Nolan Wells, missing last seen at 3 Horn Island.
His body was found a day later on the northwest tip of Horn Island. Nolan went on an Independence Day boat ride with friends to the island just off the Mississippi coast.
Listen to this.
But his friends returned to
Listen to this, gang. This is where things get kind of interesting as well, gang. Listen to this.
the mainland without him. In audio of a call obtained by NBC News through a records request, someone on the boat reported a mechanical failure to a private towing company.
I want to get this boat on sank and towed back.
The towing dispatcher reached out to a local boat captain to help.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
But the company says it did not end up towing the boat, saying to NBC News in a statement, before assistance was rendered, the vessel owner advised that sea tow was no longer needed because help had already been obtained.
What? That sounded kind of different from what we heard before, right? It's a little bit different. That sounds a little different, gang. That sounds a little different from what we heard before. Who do we believe when it comes to this damn media, man? That sounds a little bit different than what we heard before, gang. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Give me one second. Hold on. That sounds a little bit different, gang, than what we heard before. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, man. Just a little bit. Let me see. Why did Sharpton have to deliver the eulogy, said Sassy TV. Yeah, salute to Sassy TV, man. Today felt a rally instead of a funeral. Today felt like a rally instead of a funeral. Shout out to Sassy TV, man. Salute to Sassy TV, gang. Salute. Sassy TV said, why did Al Sharpton deliver the eulogy? God damn it! Smash that like button, gang. That sounds a little bit different, don't it? Just a little bit. That sounds. Now we hear about it being a lot of kids in the background. We're hearing that the person who's supposed to come fix the boat was told to never come because the boat had been fixed. Or I mean, like, you see what I'm saying? Shit is getting weird, man. It's getting weird. I mean, I will admit that. But like I keep saying, we don't have any physical evidence, though. We need these autopsies, gang. We need these autopsies because I will admit to everybody, something don't sound right, man. Something just don't sound right. But we need some more, gang. Today they put Nolan Wells in the ground, and the investigation is getting real now because the boy is gone. His body is gone. But they do have these autopsy reports that's out, these results that they're waiting to come back, toxicology reports, and we want to know exactly what happened to him. But let's run this back a little bit, gang, because we're hearing something just a little bit different now when it comes to that call that came in about the boat needing repair.
Nolan went on an Independence Day
Smash that like button,
with
gang.
friends to the island just off the Mississippi coast, but his friends returned to the mainland without him. In audio of a call obtained by NBC News through a records request, someone on the boat reported a mechanical failure to a private towing company.
I want to get this boat on sank and towed back.
The towing dispatcher reached out to a local boat captain to help.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
But the company says it did not end up towing the boat, saying to NBC News in a statement, before assistance was rendered, the vessel owner advised that sea tow was no longer needed because help had already been obtained.
Now do y'all feel like maybe they had did somebody else come and help them? Why do y'all think they would contact? You know what I mean? Why do you think they would contact? You know what I mean? Sea tow, or let me see. It says before assistance was rendered, the vessel owner advised that sea tow was no longer needed because help had already been obtained. Sea tow's involvement concluded at that point. So we kept saying, well, whoever went out and helped them fix this boat, they should know whether Nolan was on the boat or not. That was some people said, but some people said, nah, Sco, you know, that boat rode around for a while before it went to go get fixed. How do we know Nolan wasn't thrown off the boat? How do we know Nolan even made it onto the boat? There's a lot of questions. Look, it's a lot of questions to still be answered, gang. But this sounds a lot different. The woman said in the background, she could hear what sounded like a lot of kids on the boat.
To the mainland with someone on the boat reported a mechanical failure to a
One more
private
time.
towing company.
One more time.
I want to get this boat on sank and towed back.
The towing dispatcher reached out to a local boat captain to help.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
But the company says it did not end up towing the boat, saying to NBC News in a statement, before assistance was rendered, the vessel owner advised
I don't know,
sea tow
gang.
was no longer
I don't know.
needed
This
because help had
is
already been
new.
obtained.
This is all new now.
Involvement concluded at
This
that
is
point.
new.
Now, Nolan's community prepares to say goodbye while struggling with a haunting mystery.
I think we all still stand behind the parents and just want them to, get their piece and their questions answered.
Now, we're told that movie mogul Tyler Perry is helping to pay funeral costs for the services here today. We also know that there will be a private reception, invitation only, after the funeral service that the parents of Nolan Wells will host. At the same time, the sheriff is still asking for people to come forward with any unedited photos and video that may help shed light on what happened on Horn Island that day. And we also know that the autopsy results from both the state and independent autopsies are still outstanding. Chanel?
All right, Aaron, thank you.
How do y'all feel about that gang? It's something about this dude right here, bro. I mean, I know he's been in the game for a while. It's something about him. How do y'all feel about this gang? How do y'all feel, man? That kind of changes things, man. You know what I mean? That right there just makes this shit sound even more suspicious, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. Now they're saying that the person they called to come out and fix the boat. So you know what I mean? The boat was gaining water. Well, you know what I mean? And they saying that the person they called to fix the boat, they called them back and said they were no longer needed. Now, who came to fix the boat? We don't know. That we don't know. Who came? Did the boat ever get fixed? Was the boat ever damaged? You know what I mean? The person said now they can hear a lot of kids in the background from what it sounds like. Now, I know people might say, well, Scott, I think they were still on Horn Island when when they made the call. So you could probably hear a lot of people in the background. But it's weird to hear the boat was catching water, was taking water. My bad. The boat was taking water. The boat, I guess that motherfucker was going to sink after a while if it's filled up with water. They rolled around on it. But then all of a sudden, the people that was coming to help them got a call that said, no, they no longer need your help. Something, yeah, man. Here we go with the bullshit, man. Here we go, gang. Every time I try to say, nah, I try to look at it one way. I try to say, look at it this way. I start thinking that way. I start to go this way. It's always something that drags me back, gang. Every time I start saying, man, was it this? Was it that? It's always something that drags me back, fam, and say, man, this shit don't sound right, man. Yeah, something just ain't right, man. That call, when I got to listen to that call about a couple of hours before the show, about 2 hours before the show, I started listening to it and I was like, here we go again, man. Like, here we go, man. This shit don't add up. It don't make sense, man. So now you mean to tell me that the person who's supposed to come fix the boat, they got a call back saying their help was no longer needed, man. Those kids are afraid to give the police info, said Sassy TV. Salute to Sassy TV, man. Shout out to the Cash App gang, man. Salute to the Cash App gang. You could talk to me in the Cash App too, gang. Just say no to Sco, man. Just say no to Sco at Cash App. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody building. Yeah. That kind of changes a lot, man. Let's go to the funeral service because there was a lot of people that showed up, man. I want to get a little quick clip right here, man. It was a lot of people that showed up, man. It was a lot of people that showed up for Nolan Wells, man. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, young blood. Rest in peace, young blood. They showed up for you, young blood. They showed up for you, young blood. I know them white boys was being nice, man. You know these damn white boys was being nice as hell, man. First, these white kids, look at him. He looked nervous as hell, boy. The white boy was being nice as hell today. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, thank you. The white boys felt guilty, man. Yeah, they ain't even done shit to nobody. We don't, and we still don't know exactly what happened to Nolan Wells, but from what the parents are saying and what Ben Crump is saying, and everybody feels like something ain't right. A lot of suspicious circumstances. I bet all the white boys felt guilty to the motherfucker, man. And nigga looking around and shit. How you doing, sir? Yes, sir. You need your shoes shine? The white boy was in that bitch being polite today, man, because they know all eyes is on them. They know all eyes is on them, even if they don't know the other white boys. They just because the fact that you were a white boy at this funeral, everybody looking around and shit, man. They believe some white kids might have done this to Nolan, his own friends. If you know anything, it's 100 bands up. Tyler Perry, Al Sharpton, it's 100 bands on the table. Nigga, if I knew something, nigga, I'm telling you, 100 bands is on the table. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. They showed up for you, young G. Light your gas up, man. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. Forever 18, man. They showed up for you, young player. They showed up. That's a lot of people, gang. They showed up for Nolan Wells, man. Rest in peace, young player. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. Let's go here real quick. Hold on, guys. Let's go here. Let me see. Hold on. Let's walk through the funeral a little bit. Let's go here.
Church today.
Let's go here.
Friends are paying tribute today to Nolan Wells.
Funeral services for the 18-year-old were held inside a Mississippi church today, his casket arriving ahead of his visitation earlier today. The services come 2 weeks after his body was found in the water near a popular barrier island following a 4th of July boat trip there with friends, and as the investigation into his death remains ongoing.
NBC News national correspondent Aaron Gilchrist joins us now from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Aaron, talk about how loved ones honored Nolan Wells today.
Such an outpouring of support, Kate and Christine, for Nolan's family here today. We saw the sanctuary here filled with hundreds of people, so many of them former teammates from the high school that Nolan went to, and current, the teammates that he played with in college were there as well. A busload of them.
Shout out to his college teammate, man. Big Damu said all them people and don't nobody know nothing. Well, they had to have been on Horn Island that day, fam. A lot of these people might not have been there. So we gotta remember that. Most of these people we see here might not have been there. Some of them was, though. Some of them was, but not everybody here was there, gang. Smash that like button. Shout out to Big Damu.
From the community college that he went to, really just to stand with Nolan's family and to show their support for the family and really to embrace the memory of the person that they considered a brother. I do want you to hear from Nolan's parents. His father spoke about how much pride he had in his son and the young man that he was becoming. And his mother spoke about the light that he brought into every room that he entered.
In a world that can often feel dark, be like Nolan. Be the light that brightens the lives of those around you. Be the warmth for those who may be feeling the coldness of the world. Love deeply, protect fiercely, and welcome others with kindness.
And ladies, you also saw Reverend Al Sharpton and Ben Crump standing on either side of Nolan's parents as well. They spoke about still demanding justice and still demanding a thorough and fair investigation into his death.
Aaron, authorities have released the incident report in this case. What more are we learning from that, and where does the investigation go from here?
I'll tell you, oddly, the incident report that we were able to obtain from law enforcement over the weekend, we asked Ben Crump, the attorney, whether he had gotten the incident report. And this afternoon, he said that he had not received it. So we're trying to square that a little bit to see what information they've been able to get at this point. We do know from the sheriff that the investigation is still ongoing. And
the investigation is still ongoing, the sheriff says, even though they said no foul play, so that confuses people too. You know what I mean? Why are y'all still investigating? Is it because the internet is going crazy? Is it because Ben Crump is involved? The family is saying foul play? Remember, at first they said no foul play. So why are they continuing to investigate? Do they not have the autopsy results back? Because if you scream no foul play, people would think you do. But now we can all see that, that would have been maybe too early. Edfo Dread said, hey, gang, that 100 bands was offered. And by the end of the day, we heard a whole new version of the call for help to Cito that wasn't the original audio. You know what I mean? Come on, man. And they said, shit, even Cito spoke out, smash that like button. Yeah, Edfo Dread said, come on, Sco. If you don't see it, you're blind, nigga. Smash that like button. Suit everybody, bit of gang. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, gang. What do y'all think happened to him?
A little bit to see what information they've been able to get at this point. We do know from the sheriff that the investigation is still ongoing, and there are pieces that we know are still outstanding. We know that Nolan's phone has not been examined, despite the fact that both the attorneys' teams and the law enforcement investigators were supposed to be looking at that phone together. We are waiting to get more information about when that might happen and when it can be included in the ultimate final report from the investigation. Ladies.
Aaron Gilchrist there for us. Thanks, Aaron.
Smash that like button, man. Salute to everybody that showed up, man, for Nolan Wells, man. Rest in peace, man. Yeah. Salute to everybody that showed up to his service today, man, for Nolan Wells. Ben Crump was there, of course. Ben Crump was there. And we know Ben Crump, man. You know, he ain't Ben Crump is on this thing, man. You know, Ben Crump is on this thing, man. Al Sharpton and Tyler Perry put up $100,000 for new information. We now hear something new about, the call for the boys to get help for the boat that was taking water. That right there, you know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't tell us a lot, but it sounds different from what we first heard. We never heard that they called for help, and then later on, the CTO got another call saying no, they don't need help. Somebody else already fixed it. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if somebody else came along and helped them out, or if they found a way to fix the boat themselves. But we know they rode around that boat for a while. That's one thing we do know, is that when they got on this boat that allegedly Nolan was not on, they made a few stops. They went here, they went there, they parked at a dock over here, a dock over there. They went to the bayou for 14 minutes, spun the block, came back. We know they was on the west tip of Horn Island. We know it's a lot of things that I think people want to know about that boat ride before they got back to the house. And on top of that, I thought they said that they stopped by the Cito place. Am I right or wrong? I thought they said the boys eventually went somewhere and got the boat fixed. But now we're hearing that nobody fixed the boat. That it was, I guess they called back. Well, somebody fixed it, but it didn't. The Cito people never arrived. Or they never took it to a CTO, I don't think. I need to hear more information about that. I'm a little confused about that. I need to hear more about this new information we're hearing about the boys and the boat and the ride back to the house. Let's check in with Ben Crump, gang. Let's check in with Ben Crump, man. Because Ben Crump wants answers, man. Ben Crump says he wants answers, man. Now, some of y'all don't fuck with Ben Crump. Let's not play in here, gang. I'm not for that. It ain't no kumbaya in this chat. Shit get real over here, man. I tell people all the time, you come to the Skull Gang, man, they don't give a damn. They gonna speak their honest truth. They gonna give their real opinions. They don't play games. And some people over here don't like Ben Crump. They say Ben Crump is an ambulance chaser. He all about the money grab. He this, he that. I broke down to y'all the man is a civil rights attorney. These are the type of cases he's gonna take, most of the time. You know what I mean? When black people are being, equality cases. Man, we're not being treated fairly. In this case, he feels like Nolan Wells is not being treated fairly. It's the state of Mississippi. They don't give a damn about niggas. Look at the history, and something fishy is going on, and y'all trying to help these white folks cover it up. That's what Ben Crump is here to do, to raise noise. You know what I mean? To get the shaking shit. You did shout the big worm, man. This is a modern day Emmett Till. You did. Peace to the God Skull and the chat. Rest up, young king. Salute to my nigga Big Worm, man. Salute to Big Worm, man. I'm gonna have that 200 for you later on, Big Worm. I'm gonna have that 200 for you later on, man. Let me see. Doe Eye said, now here's Sco in chat. Another case here in Maryland to look at and compare. Branson Odor, I hope I'm saying his name, was recovered from Baltimore's Inner Harbor on Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. Interesting autopsy report. Blessed. Okay, shout. Okay, salute. Okay. I'm gonna look into the case of Branson Odor. Okay, I mean, see, if people out there saying, Sco, this is happening everywhere, man. Shit is fishy, man. We feel like people are covering things up out here. Black folks been, being mistreated like this in this country, man. It's a lot of shit to look into. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody been a gang. Let's hear from Ben Crump, because Ben Crump is furious, and this brother wants answers, man. He wants answers.
Nolan's life mattered. Nolan's life mattered. Because if something...
And I want to say this, man. I rock with Ben Crump. You feel me? I rock with Ben Crump, man. I think Ben Crump comes around and shake things up and makes noise. But overall, salute to the brother, man. There's a lot of things that, a lot of cases where Ben Crump didn't pull up and make some noise. Nobody would have cared. They would have never got to the bottom of it. No matter what the truth was, they eventually got to it. Smash that like button. Salute to Ben Crump, man. Yeah, I fuck with the brother, man. Salute to Ben Crump and salute to Al Sharpton. Yeah, the old Al Sharpton, the fat nigga with the perm. Yeah, the one who got stabbed in New York back in the day. Shout to the don't try to play Al Sharpton, y'all. We was babies when that nigga was in these streets making moves for equality, and y'all gonna say nah, bullshit, man. I don't know about the new Al Sharpton, how you make moves today or over the last 20 years, but that 80s Al Sharpton wasn't to be fucked with. Smash that like stuff. Don't forget the history, gang. Don't forget our history. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells. Let's hear from Ben Crump, man.
Nolan's life mattered. Nolan's life mattered. Because if something this tragic could happen to their son, it can happen to your children. So we all have to stand up together and say we're fighting for justice for Nolan Wells, because he is our son too. And they want us to be quiet. Reverend Al, Reverend Holmes, they want us, Crump, won't y'all just go ahead and, we already told you it was no foul play. What do you keep
shout the light bright?
So much noise.
He just spoke on that. Shout the light bright, man. Salute to light bright. Crump said they want me to disappear. They already told you, hey, boy, there is no foul play. This is Mississippi. He said they already told me there is no foul play. They want me to go away. But he said, no, we're going to continue to make noise, man. This is Ben Crump getting into his bag. Come on, Crump. This is what I want to hear, man. Yeah, I want to hear Crump get into his bag. Talk that shit, Crump. When that autopsy coming out, player. This is the Ben Crump we want to hear.
Crump, won't y'all just go ahead and, you know, we already told you it was no foul play. What do you keep making so much noise? Well, until we get answers, until we get to truth, until we get to justice, we're going to stand up and we're going to keep ringing the justice bells for Nolan Wells. We're going to ring the justice bells for Nolan Wells here in Mississippi. We're going to ring the justice bells for Nolan Wells in the United States of America. We're going to ring the justice bells for Nolan Wells all over the world because Nolan life mattered. Nolan life mattered. Nolan's 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 life mattered.
Let's go, gang. Let's go.
Nolan's life mattered. Nolan's life mattered. Nolan's life mattered. Nolan's life mattered. The crowds are going to go away. The government investigation going to go away. And they're going to feel so alone, as if nobody cared, that nobody felt that Nolan's life mattered. So I want you to stand to your feet and let them know that Nolan's life matters. 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 Nolan's life matters.
Let me say to Christine and Elmo, before we do the prayer of committal and escort the family out, I just got a text, Christine and Elmo, you know that Tyler Perry said he would pay for the funeral. He must be watching because he said, I'm gonna match you and put up $50,000 more.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Tyler Perry, man. Tyler Perry. No telling how much this funeral costs, not our business. You know what I mean? But we see the family got a GoFundMe here where they made $750,000. But Tyler Perry said, nah, brother, you know, that boy's rich. You know what I mean? So he said, nah, don't even worry about that. I got this. He paid for the funeral services. You know what I mean? Handled all that. And now he's saying, I got another 50 ball. I got another 50 piece on top of some information, along with Al Sharpton dropping a 50 ball on you niggas' heads too. Yeah. He dropping a 50 ball on your head too. That's 100 bands, man. Shout out to Al Sharpton, man. Shout out to Tyler Perry, man. They trying to get to the bottom of this, man. Shout out to Sassy TV. She said Ben Crump gonna get to the bottom of this. So don't even worry about it, my nigga. Ben Crump will get to the bottom of this. Shout out to Sassy TV and the Cash App gang, man. Salute to Sassy TV and the Cash App gang. Let me see. How do y'all feel, gang? Another 100,000 up for information.
Dollars more. Because he said, I'm gonna match you and put up $50,000 more.
Let's go. Nick Wash, salute.
So we putting up $100,000 for anybody that'll come forward. We just want the truth. That's all. We just want the truth. And we want to thank Tyler Perry. He must have been watching. Want to thank Colin Kaepernick, who paid for Colin.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Big Worm says Crump is burnt out, and Al got a hug from Ozempic. Get Big Worm over timeout real quick, gang. Yeah, get Big Worm over timeout. And I rock with you, Big Worm. You know you big skull gang fan. You know I rock with you, fan. You my dog. You know that. You my dog. Get Big Worm ass over the timeout real quick, gang.
Kaepernick, a real giant in our community that shouldn't be disrespected by anybody. And I'll leave that for when I get back to Harlem. But thank you, Colin, for what he did for this family.
Smash that like button, gang. So yeah, salute to everybody in the building, man. A lot going on right now, y'all. A lot going on. Do y'all think we get any closer? Do y'all think that $100,000 means anything? Because we don't, we're not hearing from the white boys. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? They say this, the Ocean Springs police, I guess, talk to them. Yeah, I mean, we're not hearing from them. I think Ashley, the judge, who was that Warren's mom, who came out and said that, or Wyatt Warren, I get the names mixed up, Wyatt Warren. The judge came out and said that, the boys fully cooperated and that, hey, they talked to him. She also said that whatever Ben Crump needed from her, if you need, hey, Ben Crump, you need anything from me to assist the family in this investigation to find out what happened to their son, we are willing to help. Just get in contact with me. And I'm wondering why reporters ain't asked Ben Crump about that yet. Like, why hasn't nobody asked Ben Crump? Like, is that real? Did you reach out to her? Did she answer the phone? Did she blow you off? Did she never get back to you? Or have you not reached out to her? Because if you reach out to her, you might be able to get a statement from her son. You know what I mean? She a judge. She might sit in there with y'all, but you might be able to sit there and actually interview her son. And you know what I mean? Actually, you know what I mean? Be able to find out exactly what he's saying. Because that's who I want to hear from. At this point, we got to hear from the boys on the boat. We got to hear from the boys on the boat, man. That's who I want to hear from, gang. The boys on the boat. Can we hear their story? Can they explain everything? They explain the phone call to the CETO and all that shit, man. I want to hear from the boys on the boat. And we don't even know who all the boys are, man. I think we know who 4 of them are. But I'm not for sure if they were the only guys on the boat. Were there more names? We've seen the kids in the photos with them. It's certain kids' photos we got, and we got, okay, well, those are the names we know. But I think, it might have been 1 or 2 more boys on the boat. Do we even know who all was on the boat? Hell, a lot of us trying to figure out, was Nolan ass even on the boat? Did Nolan make it off the island back onto the boat with his friends? Then he was, discarded along the way? Or did something happen to Nolan, on Horn Island? Right there in the water. We still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, man. What happened to Nolan Wells? Nothing's adding up, man. Nothing is really adding up, man. But at the same time, we need some good, strong physical evidence for somebody to get locked up, gang. With no evidence, man. If you took this shit to a jury right now, they, a jury was, a jury. I don't know what they would do with that, man. I don't know if they got enough right now. I don't know if that's enough. It's most definitely suspicious circumstances. It's most definitely probably enough for some search warrants for sure. But do they have enough to put the cuffs on the boys for murder when we don't yet even know how he died? Smash that like button. Salute to everybody bidding, y'all. Smash that like button, man. Let me see. Let's go. I want to go over to the press conference, man, because this is what I didn't see. I only seen a little piece of this, gang. Yeah, let's get over to this press conference right here, gang. Salute to everybody bidding. Let's hear from the mom, the dad, Al Sharpton, Ben Crump. Let's hear from the usual people we hear from when it comes to Nolan Wells, the people that's been out speaking, doing interviews, the ones who've been, rallying together, trying to get information about what happened, the ones doing the investigation. Let's see what's going on in this press conference. Let's see if these reporters got some good questions, because maybe they did answer some of our questions. Maybe in this press conference, maybe some of our questions will be answered. So I haven't watched all of it. I watched like maybe 3 minutes of it. But let's look at this press conference, gang, and see if we can get closer to any answers, gang. Smash the like button. Salute to everybody building, y'all. Put some color in the chat. Donate to the platform, man. Hit the cash app, gang.
These 2 parents.
Hit the cash app. Light the gas up, man.
And we would hope you respect that. They've just got off the phone with Tyler Perry, thanking him again for paying for the funeral, and now matching me and putting up now a $100,000 reward.
Let's go.
For anyone that gives information that directly leads to the arrest and prosecution.
Do y'all think that $100,000 would mean anything? Do y'all think that would mean something? 100 bands. Do y'all think out of nowhere somebody's going to know something that's going to lead to an arrest? Not just coming forward with some bullshit or just saying something that don't lead back to nothing. Do y'all think now with $100,000 being on the line, do y'all think somebody all of a sudden is going to remember some shit? Out of nowhere, somebody can remember some shit. Out of nowhere, somebody can remember something. Let me know in the chat, gang. You know what I mean? Yeah, does the 100 bands mean anything at all? Because some people say that 100 bands don't mean shit, Sko. That just, you know what I mean? That don't mean nothing, bro. I mean, come on now. Ain't nobody finna say nothing still, bro. Do y'all think that $100,000 can change the direction of this investigation? Do y'all think somebody will come forward now who need the money and all of a sudden they remember something? You think Katie might show back up, shaking with a square in her hand, with a blanket around her shoulders and shit? Who think Katie might show back up, shaking with a Virginia Slim, still smoking a Virginia Slim, with a blanket around her shoulders? Smash that like button, gang. Let's find out what's going on.
And conviction of someone if a crime was committed. We are committed in Nash Action Network and other organizations to stand for this family. It does not end with the funeral. We intend to be vigilant on this local investigation, and we intend to push as hard as we can to find out what happened, what was this cause of this tragedy. Clearly, the inconsistencies and unanswered questions leaves a serious cloud. We are not making direct accusations, and we don't appreciate those that are making them against Nolan. We want the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. And sometimes the truth is also something that is required. So we'll take your questions, Attorney Ben Crump and I, and if you have something that is that you want to ask the family. Again, if you go beyond the boundaries of what is appropriate, I will stop the question, not the family, because they're not.
Let me see. Hey, Mahim said, shout out to Mahim. Mahim said, offering $100,000 reward for the prosecution and arrest before you even know how he died is crazy. He said, why ask for justice? He could have drowned. So Mahim said, how you gonna put up 100 bands and you don't even have an autopsy report yet? Y'all don't even have a clue if the boy was murdered or not. Like, what the hell is going on? Offering 100K is irresponsible. More confusion, said Mahim. Okay, I told y'all, man. A lot of people in this chat, a lot of y'all feel, you know me, not all y'all feel the same. Not all y'all feel the same. Mahim said, hey, the boy could have drowned, man. Nobody knows right now. Why all the speculation, man? Just let the autopsy come out. Why put up a $100,000 reward and y'all don't even know how he died yet? It's not a criminal case. What is Terrell Owens doing in the building, gang? I didn't even realize. What is Terrell Owens? Somebody pointed this out earlier. I forgot who it was. Somebody sent me a message and said this to me. But now I see him. Yeah, what is T.O. doing in the building, gang? I didn't even realize that until somebody sent it to me and says, go, T.O. is there. What is T.O. doing here? Smash that like button.
Not here to be ridiculed. They are here because they're mourning and they had enough heart to say they would come with us to the press conference.
I want to say something. Just very briefly, I want to thank Reverend Al Sharpton and National Action Network and Mr. Tyler Perry, because we're in a ferocious search for the truth.
Hold on. Let me check on my chat, gang. They keep pushing a racist narrative off, all hearsay, no facts. They already know what the truth is. 100K, but no proof of a crime. They playing games, said Good Life Music. Man, hey, y'all, the chat is going this way and that way tonight, man. The chat, I think some people are fed up with this. They saying, come on, y'all, stop it. These stories are all over the place, man. Come on, man. Y'all trying to make this about race, man. Some people are saying, no, bro, the story is all over the place because that's what's going on. That's what's really happening. You know what I mean? Shit is really all over the place. Nothing makes sense. That's why the family is asking for closure. They got questions because nothing makes sense. Smash that like button, man. Shout out to Amanda's. I'm hockey annoyed. They know what happened to Nolan and are intentionally withholding that information. Ain't no way they don't know yet. Amanda, are you talking about the family or the state of Mississippi? Oh, wow. This chat is on. Hey, this chat is say, man, some people in the chat say that we're not, no, y'all not fooling us. Y'all not fooling us. This shit been going on too long. What happened? Was the boy body beat up? Y'all got the body. Can y'all at least tell us the condition of the body? Was he beat up? Is there any from eyesight? Can y'all see if the boy was beat up? You know what I mean? Did he have any water in his lungs? You know what I mean? How long do it take you to tell us if he drowned or not? Some people, Amanda, I'm not for sure you're talking about Mississippi or the family, but yeah, some people in this chat tonight are feeling different, man. Now, I still agree, y'all, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. But I also agree that we're going to need the autopsy. We're going to need some physical evidence if you want to see an arrest made. But I do agree that something's not right. Could the state of Mississippi be lying about no foul play? Maybe so. Maybe. We don't know. Mississippi could be lying their ass off, man. Or they could have not really did nothing. Just found him in the water. You know what I mean? Just considered it a drowning. Didn't even do a real, investigation. Just looked at the boy, say he drowned, and that was it. Some people feel like Mississippi didn't do a thorough investigation on what happened to him. Probably didn't even look at the boy body for real. They see him in the water. They say he washed up, and they say just call it a fucking drowning. So you can see everybody feel different in here, man. Smash that like button, man. Oh yeah, they going crazy in this chat tonight, man. Oh, the chat going crazy tonight, man. So, man, let's tap back in with Ben Crump, man.
Because
let's tap back in with Ben Crump.
We're in a ferocious search for the truth, and we know
that's not my phone. That's their phone
on Horn Island. Many of them have contacted us saying that they believe that they need to tell the family their truths directly. For whatever reasons, they said, we may call the law enforcement agencies, but we want to tell you all the truth of what we saw or what we videotaped or photographs we took.
Salute, gang. Somebody line is looking like Ben, says Jazz Longway. Salute to Jazz Longway, man. Shout out to Jazz Longway. She say somebody line and it's looking like it's Ben Crump. Jazz Longway said she think Ben Crump asked his line. Mahim said, did they have a closed casket funeral? If so, why? Wouldn't he look beat up if there was some foul play? Yeah. Well, yeah. How y'all rocking? Mahim said, if he was beat up, why I didn't show everybody? I mean, I don't know how that worked. I don't know what he looked like. I know his body had been in the water, so I'm not for sure the condition of the body. I don't know. I don't know how he looked. But if he just drowned, people saying washed up in 24 hours, or like why? Should he have had a open casket? Y'all feel? Should it have been an open casket? How do y'all feel about that, gang? Should it have been an open casket? And I'm not for sure. I don't know if the casket was open or closed during the viewing, because they had like a viewing. So I'm not for sure if they opened the casket during the actual viewing, but just closed it at the ceremony. So we really don't know that. I don't think we really have all that information, to be honest with you, gang. Smash that like button.
I believe that everybody should want the same thing, the truth, and it is imperative as soon as possible. Do not let time continue to. It's been 2 weeks now almost. Let's intensify, and that's why I'm grateful for the reward. Let's intensify this search for the truth, because they have a tendency to sweep things under the rug as time goes by. We don't want too much time to go by when memories get foggy, when people start to feel pressure. They heard a law enforcement person say no foul play, so they don't feel like if they say anything, it's going to be attacked. No. Tell us. We want to evaluate every aspect to be able to give Christine and Elmore answers as to why Nolan Wells is dead.
They want to get the family answers, man. Let me see. The state had the body 6 days before them. If they haven't shut it down, then I know it's more than a drowning, says Digital Mafia. Okay, salute. Tell the Digital Mafia, man. Amanda said, until they're honest, it's Justin for Carmelo. Okay. I guess Amanda's saying Amanda said she ain't really rocking with this Nolan Wells situation. She feel like, Ben Crump and the family, I guess, are not being honest. Smash that like button, man. There's a lot of people in my chat tonight saying they feel like at this point, Ben Crump know more than what he's leading on. He's not being honest. Some people think, hey, man, if it turns out that boy drowned, man, this going to be some shit. This is going to be some shit. If it turns out he just drowned, oh, man, then the shit really going to hit the fan. Yeah, then here come the conservative bloggers like a motherfucker, man. That nigga, Officer Tatum, finna clean up. Smash that like button, gang. Raven said, check my message, Raven. I bet you sent me something that I already got. I bet money, Roger. Because I'm cold with this shit. This is what I do, gang. That's why I'm skull. You know what I mean? Smash that like button, gang. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something, gang. Give me 1 second, gang. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, I see Officer Tatum already said some shit. Let me see. Yeah, Raven. Raven, I knew it. I told you. I got that whole thing, Ray. I got the whole thing. I got that whole joint. Smash that like button, man. Let me see. But I am gonna go here though. Let me see. Smash that like button, gang. Salute everybody. Let's get back to Ben Crump, y'all. Back to Ben Crump, man. My bad for stopping the video, gang. Y'all just doing a lot tonight. Y'all doing a lot.
With us. And so with that, we were take your questions if you have any.
Here we go. This is why I want to get to the questions.
Outlet and say your name.
I want to hear the questions. That's what I want to hear.
Kristen Smith from Dateline NBC. First, thank you for allowing us here today. I'm praying for your family, and I hope you get answers to your questions soon. I just wanted to know, with the community turnout, the football players there, the state reps, everybody came out today. What does that mean to you and your family?
That means a lot. Again, that is a testament to who Nolan is and was as a person, how many people he touched. It's also a testament to those who have questioned our parenting, what type of parents we are to all of our children.
This is Nolan's mom.
We just cannot thank our community enough for rallying around us during this time. Also, again, to Colin Kaepernick, Tyler Perry, Byron Allen, just so much love from places we could have never imagined. And we're grateful. Thank you.
Danielle Willis, WJTV out of Jackson. And again, my condolences as well to you all. We are praying for you in your time. And what would transparency look like to you all? I know we spoke about transparency during the eulogy. What are you hoping and wanting from investigators?
The truth. I think that we need to hear exactly with evidence of what they say happened. I think that part of what embellished the concerns we had was for someone in law enforcement here to say, we see no foul play. So they're really going to have to show us one way or another where they go from here. The fact is that you cannot convince many of us, given the unanswered questions, cell phones, stuff taken off the cell phone, keys, all of which was at first denied. And no one they did not come to the family. The family started missing him and searching for him. All of that does not add up. So what we would want to see is something that adds up to saying truth, not adds up to just some loosely connected stories.
The only thing I would add to Reverend Al's answer to your question, what is transparency to us? It is truly having a fair and impartial investigation, as if Nolan, the facts were reversed. I mean, it's inescapable. People often talk about, well, you all keep interjecting race. Well, y'all know in every situation that is a identifier when you're talking about matters. We hear black on black crime. It's inescapable. And so we want to really be able to say to this family, but to America, it was a fair investigation. Everything they did had the roles been reversed racially, where they had 3 young black men and a white man.
Do y'all agree with Ben Crump?
After being on the boat,
do y'all agree with Ben Crump?
A cell phone. Those are the things that we're searching for. Did you search their phones? We talking about Nolan's phone. Those are the questions that transparency, the autopsy. We waiting for it. It shouldn't take that long. We want those answers. And so transparency is giving complete equity to this family, a fair and thorough, impartial investigation where we know that due process was respected every step of the way. And many have questions. And so we are trying to be respectful and collaborative as much as we can. We will hope that they will give the same to us.
Attorney Crump, we talked before about situations like this, and I'm just wondering, does it bother you a little bit that we don't have that news conference where officials are given a timeline, where they map things out for what they know, where they share as much information as they have with the public? Because obviously people are paying attention.
Yeah, Ryan, it's always troublesome to all of us when these investigations just take forever. I mean,
is Ben Crump making any sense to y'all? Talk to me, gang. Do y'all feeling what Ben Crump is talking about? Do y'all feel like Ben Crump is being honest right now? They really investigate and they really trying to get to the bottom of what happened to Nolan Wells. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like Ben Crump is he doing his thing, man. Ben Crump is working. Ben Crump is throwing gas on the fire, man. He making this thing bigger. You know what I mean? They done raise money for information. Ben Crump is really working. Drop a 2 in the chat. You feel like, man, this nigga just talking. He's stalling. You know what I mean? Where's the autopsy, fam? What was the condition of the body? Was he beat up? Was there any signs from what the eye can see was the boy killed? Give us more. Put a 2 in the chat. You think Ben Crump, he just talking at this point, man. Another play by Ben Crump. And I'm just asking. I know people feel different in this chat. Last time I looked, it was damn near 50-50 in here. Smash that like button. Do y'all feel like the parents know, you know what I mean, what really happened to their son? Do you think the parents know, like in their hearts, as far as the information they gather, things they may know that we don't know? Do you think the parents really know in their heart that their son drowned? Or do y'all feel like, nah, bro, it's too many questions not answered. It's too much shit that ain't been answered, bro. As of right now, they want real answers, man, because as of right now, they haven't gotten any. They don't even remember. You know what I mean? From what we know, they don't even know how their son died. You know, from what we know. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Put some color in this chat, y'all. Turn me up, man.
To all of us, when these investigations just take forever. I mean, 6 months to get a toxicology report back, to get an autopsy done, as if, you know, the longer we let it go, the more people forget. Other things happen, it gets swept under the rug. And so that's what's important, to have a timeline. And when you don't have that timeline, you start to say, oh, what Nolan Wells, what happened? I mean, I remember that case, but we got no answers. And so that's the trouble about having a timeline. And so that's why the people who are calling us, I mean, we have people presenting videos, and it's so helpful as we try to put this puzzle together. People are talking about their boats, and when they were out there, and when they were in earshot of Nolan and people on the boat, we need all of that information, because we want to make sure what goes to the grand jury is accurate. Right. We know when it goes to the grand jury, we never will know what happened in that grand jury. That's why we're collecting affidavits. Did this get presented to the grand jury? It's never lost on me. It's never lost on me. You can get an indictment on a ham sandwich in the grand jury if you want to. The question is, are you trying to get to the truth? Okay. Are you trying to help?
I hear you, Ben Crump. I hear you.
Keep the truth hidden from us.
I'm listening good, gang. I'm listening.
We're fighting for. The last thing I would say is this, and it's important. You know, there are people who are presenting videos, photographs that may show Nolan was on the boat with the person, Katie. We got to fully bet that I respect so much what my mentor, Reverend Al, said up there. We're going to go wherever the truth leads us. We want the truth, no matter who it implicates or exonerates. We want justice, no matter who it acquits or convicts. So we know they're telling two different stories. You know, the boys telling one story, Katie telling one story. What is the truth?
He said they telling two stories. That's what his investigation rides on. It sound like right now, man. You know what I mean? He said his investigation ride on Katie. Katie is the star witness right now, man. Katie is the girl who he's saying they know Nolan was out there chopping it up with Katie. And they say Nolan had a girlfriend. Did Nolan Wells have a girlfriend? Yes or no? Was he in a relationship? I know he was 18 in college. Did Nolan Wells have a girlfriend, man? Yeah, but then did he have a girlfriend? Yeah, I mean, they keep throwing Katie name up in it, man. If he had a girlfriend, no, just she fucked up about all this. Yeah, I mean, they making it seem okay. He didn't have a girlfriend. Okay, Nolan didn't have a girlfriend. Okay, I was gonna say if he did, his bitch was mad. Smash that like button. But they saying Katie was the girl that Nolan was talking to. His friends say, hey, he stayed behind. He did not get on the boat with us. When his boat is taking water and we getting ready to leave and try to go get the boat fixed, Nolan doesn't come. You know what I mean? Nolan stays behind. He rocking with Katie. He told us this. He rocking with Katie. I guess he left his phone on the boat. I mean, shit. I mean, that's all we know, gang. As far as I'm talking about what the white boys are saying, from what and And from what the judge kind of said, the judge said they cooperate with the police. They talk to him, and we're hearing stories about, he had to have left his phone on the boat, and you know what I mean. So we just, from what they saying, is that no, he stayed with Katie, man. He was with Katie. Yeah, he was trying to get at Katie. But meanwhile, Ben Crump is saying now Katie said that he was going back to be on the boat with his partners. Now, if the boat left at 4:31 p.m., you know what I mean, and the boys said they last seen Nolan at 3:00. To me, that's kind of weird. I'm like, so the whole time y'all never seen him again for an hour and a half, but he left his phone on the boat. You know what I mean? Like, if that's the last thing he told you, I'm going to hang out with Katie. Y'all didn't think, I mean, I don't know when they seen the phone on the boat. I don't know, did y'all see that? Maybe they didn't see the phone till they drove off or what, I don't know. But wouldn't it be weird for Nolan not to come back and get his phone? If y'all last seen him at 3 and an hour and a half go by before y'all leave, like I said last night, that'd be weird that Nolan don't think about his phone in a whole hour and a half. So that's why people have questions. That's why people say, hold on. You wait a minute, motherfucker. That's why everybody won't let it go. It's just certain puzzles that's not fitting. You dig? We're trying to put this puzzle together about what happened to Nolan Wells, but certain pieces are not fitting from the people that were there. Smash that like button and salute to everybody in the building, gang. Turn me up one time, y'all. Turn me up. We listen to Ben Crump right now. We listen to civil rights attorney Ben Crump break down the Nolan Wells investigation and how the family wants answers.
So we know they telling two different stories.
Let's go.
The boys telling one story, Katie telling one story. What is the truth?
One more question, just obviously mom and dad, thank you for doing this news conference with us, but so many people from the community, both black and white, showed up today. Coaches said that they would love to have your son be their son. When you hear men and teammates reflect on your son's life in the way they have, can you explain to us what that sounds like in your hearts?
Let's hear from Dad.
To me, that sounds like me and my wife did an excellent job at raising a fine young man.
Yes.
Nolan was loved by many, both young and old. He helped a lot of people. No matter if you were regular or handicapped, people still love Nolan. He would help special needs. He would help special needs kids all the time. Basketball, teach them how to play basketball. I mentioned in my speech about getting phone calls and emails. There was a father who asked Nolan to help his special needs son train for basketball, and Nolan did it willingly. And that made that kid's day. And he seen me out one day and he couldn't stop thanking me and praising me enough for the son that I raised and how much that meant to his son. So as far as I'm concerned, we did a great job.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
One more question. Couple, 4.5. We were asking, did you guys ever get the incident report back? We know it was an issue getting it.
No, we brought that up in our meeting, so hopefully we will address that. Won't be today, but we will address that.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Ken. I'm from DFW Night Shift Crime in Dallas, Texas. Just want to offer my condolences.
Dallas.
I wanted to ask you, what does honoring Nolan's legacy look like for your family moving forward? Are there any foundations, scholarships, community initiatives, or causes you hope people will support in his memory?
Absolutely. This is actually something my cousin Keezy and I have briefly discussed. But of course, with everything that's going on, we want things to kind of cool down a little bit. My husband and I, honestly, we have not fully processed this.
They have a foundation on the way it sounds like. It sounds like they're finna start a foundation in Nolan's name. Yeah, they're finna come up with the Nolan Wells Foundation. That's next. They sound like what they're saying.
We have not fully grieved Nolan, but that is the plan, is to come up with some foundation, just to honor him, but also to United Cajun Navy. Big help. Boots on the ground almost immediately after I spoke with Josh Gill. So, we have to remember those types of organizations in our communities and utilize them, but also give back to them. So that is our hope, that we'll be able to give as much as we've been given during this time.
Yeah.
Stephen Smith with the Associated Press. Is there any update to the independent autopsy that you guys requested?
Sure. And just on that last question, very good question. Christine and Elmore and Cliff Jones and Lisa Park at the office, they talk frequently, and that's one of the things she stressed at the funeral service. She wanted to celebrate his life and define what his legacy will be. So we look forward to working to define his legacy. Nobody else is going to define his legacy but the people who knew him best.
Sorry.
Yeah. As it relates to the independent autopsy,
Here we go.
Are looking to have findings sooner rather than later. Obviously, you want stuff from the first autopsy because they had the body closer to time. We got the body almost 6 days later, Dr. Roger Mitchell. So there are limitations as to what he could do. So,
oh shit. Oh shit. There's limitations to what their guy can do. Oh shit. Oh shit, man. Oh shit, man. Oh shit, man. God damn, bro. What Ben Crump just told y'all, if y'all understand what he's saying is we need their autopsy. We gonna go off theirs because they had the body closer to the time of his death. I don't think y'all kind of understand and broke down what Ben Crump just said. He's saying it's limited things that we can do now because they had the body first closer to when he died. So we gonna need them to put their autopsy out. We gonna have to, it sounds like he's saying we're gonna have to kind of go off theirs in a way. We're gonna just see what they kind of say because they had the body closer to when he died. You know, now that we got the body later on, it's limited things that we can do to really find out and get all the answers. Let me see, gang. Hold on, let me run that back a little bit, man. Let me run that back just a little bit.
And celebrate
Let me see something.
The independent autopsy that you guys requested.
Okay, here we go. Let's go. Say autopsy. Listen close.
Sure. And just on that last question, very good question. Christine and Elmore and Cliff Jones and Lisa Parker.
Look like he's stalling because the dude wants to answer about the autopsy. That's the most important thing. When he come in, he goes and answers another question that they asked the family. I guess they asked the mom, but yeah, I mean, they look like he was kind of stalling to get to what they was asking.
Is there any update to the independent autopsy that you guys requested?
Sure. And just on that last question, very good question. Christine and Elmore and Cliff Jones and Lisa Park at the office, they talk frequently, and that's one of the things she stressed at the funeral service. She wanted to celebrate his life and define what his legacy will be. So we look forward to working to define his legacy. Nobody else is going to define his legacy but the people who knew him best.
Sorry.
Yeah. As it relates to the independent autopsy, we are looking to have findings sooner rather than later. Obviously, you want stuff from the first autopsy because they had the body closer to time. We got the body almost 6 days later, Dr. Roger Mitchell. So there are limitations as to what he could do. So, you know, you do the best you can, but there are unanswered questions. So he's getting his report together. I believe it will be coming very soon. Yeah.
How y'all feel about that, gang? How y'all feel, man? How y'all feel about that, gang? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, let's talk about it, man. How we feel about that? Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, gang. How do we feel about the answer Ben Crump just came off of? Let's not just breeze past that shit, gang. I know some of y'all like, nah, let's go keep it going. No, let's slow down. Let's slow down. This is the Nolan Wells investigation. Let's slow down. What did Ben Crump just really tell us? Did he just tell us that they're going to have to rely on Mississippi autopsy because they had the body closer to when he died? We got the body 6 days later. It's limited things that, you know, our medical examiner can really find out. So we really need to hear what Mississippi got to say. Or is that just their way? Is Ben Crump playing chess right now? Is Ben Crump trying to make them think we don't got the answers? We are not going to obtain the answers or the truth or about what really happened in Nolan Wells. So now we're gonna kind of see, you know, check the temperature and see if they'll put that thing out there. Who thinks that Ben Crump is playing chess? And he want to make them think, he want to see if they'll go for the bait. He want to see if Mississippi will go for the bait and feel like, oh yeah, his people can't do it. He's now folding. Now Ben Crump he doesn't have the results. They go ahead and drop theirs that say accidental drowning. And then Ben Crump said, got you, motherfucker. And come out with that goddamn murder joint. You know what I mean? Who think Ben Crump gonna come out with that murder joint, nigga? Motherfucker. Who think, you know how Ben Crump go crazy on them niggas, man? Bitch, if Ben Crump come out there, nigga, might just lay that shit on the desk. Motherfucker, they lying. Bitch, if Crump, nigga. Who knows? Is Crump playing chess right now? Is he trying to make them drop, show their hand first? Or do y'all feel like, nah, Sco, Trump really don't got the answers, my nigga? Or better yet, I think Trump and his team really know what happened. They just running this bag up for right now. They gonna run it up. They ain't gonna never tell us nothing about no goddamn autopsy, nigga. As far as they gonna be concerned, they just gonna fade into the background, nigga. They gonna start that Nolan Wells Foundation and time gonna move on. There's gonna be a mystery. We gonna forever be asking about Ben Crump and his autopsy. They finna just moonwalk past this shit. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Look at Ben Crump face after he answered that shit. Smash that like button, gang. Salute to everybody in the building, gang.
But there are unanswered questions, so he's getting his report together. I believe it.
Ian is playing chess, trying to force their hand.
Coming very soon.
Out to Danny.
Yeah.
Salute, Danny.
Let me take one. I'm gonna take 3 more. 1, 2.
I checked my inbox, Cali Blue.
Come back to you.
Griffith with People Magazine. I also want to extend my condolences and to thank you for allowing the media to come. I know you didn't have to allow us to be here. I just had 2 small questions, both related to cell phones. One of the things that came out of your meeting with the local DA was that you agreed you would both analyze Nolan's phone. I wanted to know when that might take place. And the other was that at the end of the last press conference, you said that, Ben, you said you wanted everybody's cell phones looked at. So that, to me, that meant the other young men that were with Nolan that day. Did you communicate that to the DA, and what did she say? If so, have they analyzed their phones? Do they plan to?
I did communicate that to the district attorney. Whether they're going to do that, that's a question that you have to ask them. But we thought that it's only fair if we're going to look at Nolan's phone, we should look at the other people who were with Nolan that day. Because, again, we just want equal justice. We think that if Nolan was on that boat, roles were reversed, they would look at his phone. And so that is going to be important. We have not established a time yet of when we're going to do the mutual inspection of the cell phone. We have to do some technical things. We're getting our experts together.
Okay, hold on. Let me run that back. Let me run it back.
Because, again,
I want to hear the phone information. My bad. I hear the phone information.
If Nolan was on that boat, roles were reversed, they would look at his phone. And so that is going to be important. We have not established a time yet of when we're going to do the mutual inspection of the cell phone. We have to do some technical things. We're getting our experts together, working with phone companies and so forth. But we hope to do that.
Remember, they're supposed to be going to the district attorney. They're supposed to be going to sit down with the district attorney, I think, and comb through the phone. I'm not sure if it's the FBI district attorney. I think we're at the DA's office. They're going to sit down and comb through the phone together. I guess they want to overlook. They want to watch this shit. They want to make sure if there's any evidence in that phone, if anything was deleted, if his Snapchat was deleted, any text messages, any photos, any videos, they want to sit there with them and analyze that phone to make sure nobody's lying. So Ben Crump on the day, if anything that they're going to hand over that phone, we're going to look over your goddamn shoulder while you analyze it. Yeah, we're going to sit right there with you. He's an attorney. He's going to bring in his technical people. They're going to all sit down together and go through the phone. So, yeah, they're not letting that phone loose. They are not allowing anybody to walk off with Nolan Wells' phone. Smash that like button, man. You're Crump playing for keeps. Smash that like button.
Sooner rather than later. This was a big first step for the family getting through the day. So now we can get laser focused on all those things to finish this investigation.
Will Polson with WLOX. Ben, you had mentioned that it had been a couple of days, I think you had said 6 days, since after the state's autopsy was done before you were able to get access to the body. I know whenever it first came out, it was being flown to DC and then autopsy planned for that Friday. Can you confirm when that autopsy was done?
They had weather issues.
Tomorrow,
So they got the body Friday night or Saturday morning.
Hold on, let me run that back one time. Let me hear that question one more time.
First step.
Let me hear that question one time. Shout out to Marlon for that cash. I want to hear that question one more time. That's more about the autopsy. Let me hear this question one more time, gang. Smash that like button, gang. Sometimes I got to listen to shit twice, gang. Shout out to Terrell Owens in the building, man. Yeah, shout out to former Dallas Cowboy Terrell Owens, man. Smash that like button, gang.
For the family getting through the day, so now we can get laser focused on all those things to finish this investigation.
Will Polson with WLOX. Ben, you had mentioned that it had been a couple of days, I think you had said 6 days, since after the state's autopsy was done before you were able to get access to the body. I know whenever it first came out, it was being flown to DC and then autopsy planned for that Friday. Can you confirm when that autopsy was done?
They had weather issues, so I do think they got the body Friday night or Saturday morning, around that time.
Is that the same day that the autopsy was?
I can't confirm that. I know they received the body, and I think they immediately went to it. It would be in the report the date they did the autopsy. Yes.
Did he answer that good for y'all? How y'all feel about that, man? It's Ben Crump. Yeah. It is. It's Ben Crump. Is Ben Crump? Is he coming off honest about this autopsy? Or do you feel like he get the shuffling and moonwalking and I mean dancing and shit when it comes to their autopsy, gang? Drop a 1 in the chat. You feel like every time they ask about that autopsy, Ben Crump get to looking around and shit, dancing and moonwalking and electric sliding and shit. Put a 1. I'm just asking, gang. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Ben Crump get the electric sliding, moonwalking when it comes to that goddamn when it comes to that autopsy. Yeah, because I'm looking around like, fam, like I just want to know more about this autopsy. I want to know more about it, gang. Was the boy body beat up? Fuck an autopsy. Okay, let's go with what we can see with our eyes, man. I want more information from Ben Crump's team who has the body, who's been having the body for like the last, 10, 11 days now? Or had the body. You know, I just want to know, like, what condition was the body in? Did it look like any signs of foul play? You know what I mean? Because Mississippi is screaming no foul play. So I need for Ben Crump to jump in there and tell us, fam, from what your team can see, I'm sure several photos was taken. You know, from what y'all can see, did it look like any foul play? I know you're gonna say, well, he was in the water. He might not look the same. We don't know what the body went through while he was in the water. You know what I mean? I get that, but I'm just asking, like, was any bruises? Anything that looked like a fight? Just give us anything, man. Even if the results don't come back. I know we wait on toxicology too, but did he look beat up? Because a lot of people feel like he was beat up. Because if you think, they just threw him in the water and then he drowned, well, that's gonna say he drowned. They just go, but if you think he got beat up, then that means the damn body should be. If a nigga beat him to death, if somebody beat him to death, unless they just choked him out or something, or I don't know. Like, how do y'all think he died, gang? We keep saying he died. How do we think he died? What do y'all think happened to him, gang? Talk to me in my chat right now. What do y'all think happened to him, gang? How do y'all think he died? Yeah. Put that in my chat. Like we keep saying he died. What do we think happened to him? Did niggas beat him up? Did niggas choke him out? Did somebody stab him? Did somebody shoot him? Did somebody break his neck? What do we think happened to him? Somebody tell me in the chat, gang. If you believe that it's murder, or do y'all believe he had an overdose and somebody threw his ass off the boat and they got rid of him? Something went wrong, it was an accident, and they got rid of him. I'm trying to, yeah. Somebody said forced drowning. Pincorn said forced drowning. Yeah, I'm sure, yeah. Yeah, do y'all think it was an OD? Was they all doing drugs? Was they all snorting some shit? He got the freaking out, you know what I mean? They on the boat. They just throw their homie off. You know what I mean? They friend. They've been knowing this nigga for forever. Play football with him. They partner. They homie. They dog. They showed up with him. He just spent the night at their house. They just say, we had an old man. They freaking out. They just tossed his ass off the boat. I mean, let me know what y'all think in the chat. You ain't talk to me, man. Like I said, if you think he got murdered, tell me how he got murdered. How did he get murdered? So yeah, we had an autopsy, just a lot.
You guys are supposed to be having a rally on the 26th. Is that still going to occur?
Well, I think that was the community people who are activists who we're very grateful, standing up, demanding a fair and impartial investigation. And we want to say thank you to all the community leaders and activists standing up saying, no, we want a timeline. We want transparency. We want them to check cell phones. We want everything that you would have done had it been your child. So that's what they're going to be talking about on the 26th.
Get the Zeta timeout. You get the Zeta timeout. Get the Zeta timeout, man. You niggas in this chat bugging, man. Yeah, you niggas in this chat bugging, fam. Yeah. Get Zeta over the timeout, man. Smash that like button, gang. Let's go check in with one of y'all favorite guys, man. You did. Let's go check in one. Like I said, y'all know how I feel about these Instagrammers and TikTokers and YouTubers, and you know what I mean. Sometimes people will say some shit that's real, man. And sometimes people will get some information that's real, man. But we got to learn how to separate the real from the fake. Y'all smash the like button, gang. Wake y'all ass up, man. Wake the fuck up, gang. We got things to go over tonight, man. Today they laid down Nolan Wells, man. Sad situation. Y'all wake up, like that gas up, man. Y'all not even smoking tonight, man. I can tell. You niggas are not smoking tonight at all, bro. I'm way more lit than y'all. I don't think y'all care like I do. Smash that like button, man. If you do, talk to me in the chat, gang. If you watching from home, grab your phone. If you're watching me on the TV right now at home, man, grab your phone. Smash that goddamn like button, man. Yeah, get your phone, man. Let's check in with y'all, boy, man. Let's. I mean, like at this point, man, we don't got no hot time. We gotta go anywhere, man. We going back to Secret Service Sam, man. Let's go back to Secret Service Sam, man. It says Nolan Xavier Wells' friend speaks out. Okay, hey, remember Secret Service Sam came with a lot of shit. Not everything Secret Service Sam come with is 100%. You know what I mean? But he gonna follow every lead. That's one thing about Secret Service, man. He gonna follow every single lead. Let's see what lead Secret Service Sam has for us today, gang. Smash that like button. Please put a little bit of gas in there. I mean, just a little bit. I mean, just a little bit. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. Hold on, gang. Hold on, gang. Let me unmute Secret Service Sam, man. Oh, here we go.
Update. First of all, his funeral services are being held today. So we just want to send light, love, health, and prayers out to his family. And then I just heard this audio from a girl named Alexis, allegedly giving her side of what happened. Listen to this real quick.
Okay.
Alexis, I just wanted to come up here and say that Nolan was my friend, and that all these like stories going around, like even from like our point of view, because we're getting it different than what the public is seeing because we're at the behind the scenes. But they definitely did something to him, and they're all trying to change the story. Everybody that was near that boat is trying to defend all their other friends, and every time you talk to a different person, the story is changing. Wow. Can you tell that to the guy that just left off this panel? What was his name?
He gone. I don't remember.
Yeah, I bet he is.
So Alexis, Cindy is saying be careful. But is there anything that you can tell us in detail, like that you feel safe saying? I don't want you to say anything that you can't say or don't feel safe saying.
Like, what do you want to know?
So what exactly happened from you guys' side?
From our side, there was an altercation with a different boat, which had other kids on it, black kids. And there was an altercation. There was a fight. Something happened. And they went back to their respective boats or whatever. And when his best friend was on the other boat, so when he went to go like check up on Nolan and everything after the fight, Nolan's boat was gone, but they had stayed for a couple more hours. And so when they got back to land, they had his phone. So Nolan didn't even have his phone. The phone was at one of the boys' houses, and they didn't want to give it to his parents, and they had to send somebody to go get the phone from his house. That's why, like, when we checked his location, everybody was like thinking that it wasn't serious because we saw his location and said he was in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, like at his house. But they wouldn't give his phone back to his parents, and they were seen eating out the next day.
Wow.
And when somebody asked them, like, hey, why aren't you out looking for your friend? They said, y'all already think we did it.
Did what?
Exactly. And then also that night, they were seen at multiple parties when they got back from the island around like 7 o'clock. So they still continued to go out that night, knowing that Nolan wasn't with them and that nobody had seen him.
So what pisses me off the most is they did allegedly whatever they did, but on top of that, they didn't even care. You're partying.
Oh, Lord, it's hard to tell what is real, who are the real friends,
No,
where's
it's
the
not.
real information.
No, it's not.
I just pray we get this autopsy this week so his family can finally have some closure on what happened. Again, prayers go out to his family, but we need justice for Nolan Xavier Wells.
Yeah, Secret Service Sam, you let me down again. Yeah, he a white boy. He don't know better. He let me down again. That bitch told us nothing we did. Yeah. She said everything exactly how it's been said in the media. If you behind the scenes and you around these kids for real, you could have told us some shit we didn't know. You told us everything we already heard. And then they were seen eating out later on that day, and they said, we're not looking for Nolan. We've already been accused. And then they were seen partying, and they didn't give his parents the phone back. The parents had to go get the phone. You ain't told us shit. I'm disappointed, Secret Service, Sam. You in this bullshit, man. You and Willie D, man. Shout out to Uncle Willie D, man. You know what I mean? I make big money. I drive big cars. Everybody know me. It's like I'm a movie star. My mind is playing tricks on me. Dun, 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 dun. I rock with Willie D, man. That's my guy, man. Salute to Rap a Lot. But like I said, man, some of y'all just be throwing anything at the wall, man. Y'all know this shit don't sound real when y'all post it, man. But you niggas eating good right now. Bills got to be paid. I get it. Yeah, niggas eating good over there. Bills got to be paid. I was like, nigga, you niggas throwing up anything at this point. Niggas be throwing up 4-5 videos a day of Nolan Wells. I be like, what? So don't forget, there's a lot of people out there just eating off this shit. You know what I mean? Fake stories going everywhere and this and that. Y'all know how we do it, gang. We gonna comb through it. But if it's bullshit, we getting it out of here. Get that out. We don't need this. Shout out to Secret Service Sam. I'm gonna check back in with you, Secret Service Sam. I fuck with you, my guy. I'm gonna check back in with you, Secret Service Sam. Yeah, I'm gonna check back in with you right now. Let me go over and check in with a comedy legend, man. Let's check in with a comedy legend real quick, man. Because I gotta hear from this brother, man. I gotta hear from this brother right here, man. Let's hear from DL Hughley, man, because DL Hughley was he spoke with Don Lemon today. And DL, you know how DL Hughley is, man. He like one of them comedy activists, man. DL Hughley got a radio show where he talked that shit, and you know what I mean? Salute to DL Hughley, man. Let's hear from DL Hughley on how he feels about the Nolan Wells investigation, man. Smash that goddamn like button and salute to everybody in the building, gang.
Just because that's who we are and we know what the consequences, are.
We don't never lose white people. I'm pretty sure Robin Thicke got 2 black dudes watching him right now as we speak. I think I do think that it is because I think part of it is because of our allegiance. I think that if somebody has trusted you in a situation they don't feel necessarily comfortable in, then you take extra steps to make sure that they're all right. And I think that that's all anybody's asking. Listen, nobody knows today what happened in this case, but I do know that if you have 4 people that leave and 3 come back and nobody seems to have any concern about the whereabouts of one of their so-called friends, or has the person's mode of communication, that phone, and that doesn't seem mysterious, I think that there are questions at least. And I think that either they are horrible friends or horrible liars. You know, I just don't think, I think that all anybody's asking for, and definitely my sympathies goes out to the Wells family and all that they're going through, in addition to all the stuff, all the unanswered questions. I think what is unfair to a family is having unanswered questions. We're not talking about somebody that you can point to and find out what happened. I think that it's only right and natural that anybody would want, any deliberative body as well as a parent, want to know what led to these circumstances. If at the very least to get some level of closure, or to kind of avoid things like this happening again.
You believe something is not adding up with the stories?
It isn't that I believe it. Something isn't adding up.
Right.
It isn't whether I believe it or not. I don't understand how you don't contact the parents and let them know what's happening. I don't understand how there's no sense of alacrity or concern. I don't understand how the parent and her sister or her friend had to find his phone, which should have been, if she were able to find where his phone was pinging. I don't know why a law enforcement agency wouldn't do it. And the thing that I found probably the most egregious was when law enforcement or the officials were saying there's no foul play here. The first thing they always tell us when there's a matter of law enforcement, they always tell us not to jump to conclusions. And that seems to be the very thing they did. How do you know there was no foul play? We don't have a toxicology report or an autopsy, but you can.
You hear that? You hear that? See, D.L. Hughley got some of the same concerns I have. I said, you know what I mean? Y'all said there was no foul play, but hey, you know what I mean? I ain't got no autopsy report. So, you know, you start to ask, do Mississippi really know what happened to him? Or did y'all just get his ass out the water? He didn't look messed up, or you know what I mean? Or you really didn't look at him at all. You just got, we got him out the water. He drowned. Who think that the state of Mississippi just say, hey, shit, since he floated on shore, we found his body washed up on shore, he drowned and just went on about their business. Smash that like button. Who's the D.L. Hughley, man?
Just say definitively that you don't believe that there was any foul play at all. What gives you the presumption of thinking that?
DL is Mississippi.
Yeah. And the truth about it is, black kids coming up in Mississippi or black people coming up in Mississippi is not uncommon. And they have a horrible reputation when it comes to that. I'm not saying other parts of the country don't, but I'm thinking you are judged by your history. The best indicator of what somebody will do is what they have done. And let's not pretend like they don't have certainly a dubious past when it comes to things like that.
Mm-hmm. One of his friends was on TMZ. I'm sorry, strike that. His coach was on TMZ, and he said there was no racial animosity or no racial animus at school, so he didn't believe that it was racial, as he said. I'm paraphrasing here, but he was not there. How does one know that?
That's my whole thing. Hey, man, I don't know what happened here, and I think all anybody is asking for is two things. One is clarity and a level of concern. Act like you care. Act like there's something urgent. A child, a person at the beginning of his life is gone. That isn't a natural thing. And it happened in a dubious. I leave. I don't see you for a while. You come back floating. That isn't suspicious to you. That doesn't beg question. That doesn't have, that's something that I think should be a concern to everybody.
Mm-hmm. DL, this is let's see, the teammates arriving today. I want you to take a look at this.
Yeah, this is college teammates, y'all. That's his college teammates. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells.
So that's the teammates arriving. I mean, but that's like his teammates from the school. That's a whole lot of brothers. And one would think just from the pictures that he was a guy that only hung out with white people. That does not appear to be, the entire story. But it's fairly diverse there.
As football teams tend to be, or athletic teams, period. If you had a white football team, they would call that rugby.
Or lacrosse.
Right. I think, yes, it's not uncommon for us to see teams. Listen, one thing's for sure, Mississippi has a checkered past and a dubious past when it comes to black people, but not on the football field.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, one place I'm pretty sure they like black people is on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
No shit.
Real shit. Look, I went to LSU, and the history of Alabama and LSU. I mean, they were getting their butts kicked, right? And so they had to allow black people on, not because they wanted them on, because they wanted to win.
Yeah, well, it happened with Alabama when he played USC and Alabama Cunningham, and then
Alabama.
Brown. I gotta go get me one of them niggas. So
shout out to Texas.
So
everybody know down south football is better. Everybody know when it comes to football, Texas is number one in the world. But down south, you're right, man. Down south is the best football. Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, the best football you're gonna find, gang. The best football, man. But Texas is most definitely number one.
They look at the entirety of the SEC. Like I said, if you didn't have, they may not want black people. They might want to roll back voters' rights, but they don't want to do that on the football field. They might not be able to find justice in the courtroom, but on the court or on the field, it seems to be where you need a proliferation of black people to be successful. And I think that's just baked to the equation. I cannot understand why there is a laissez-faire attitude about a child or somebody who's just out of being a child, somebody who was a year ago going to a pediatrician and now all of a sudden he comes up missing. And there seems to me, if it is that we all are our children's keeper, that we're a village, then I would think some courtesy and some compassion and also some level of urgency should be extended.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to
And I wouldn't care.
Shout out to DL Hughley over here cooking, man. Salute to DL Hughley over here cooking, man. Shout out to DL Hughley over here cooking, man. And shout out to Mississippi in the building, man. I see Mississippi here deep tonight, man. Salute to Mississippi, man. Shout out to Alabama. I see Louisiana in this thing, man. Salute to everybody. Oklahoma, Texas. The Dirty South is in here for sure, man. Shout out to, of course, Tennessee in the building. Smash that like button, man. But salute to everybody from Mississippi in here tonight, gang. Salute, gang.
I wouldn't care. Like, to me, I don't care who's missing. I think that we should care that something like this happened. And the unfortunate part is, after this incident, you've seen a myriad of incidents where people are relaying similar stories, where people went out with. Well, first off, I don't think black people and white people should ever be on water together on any circumstance, unless they're in the Navy.
Yeah, stay out there water with white
which is true. I mean, because look, I have white friends and they always want to go hiking. I'm like, why do y'all always want to climb something?
And niggas say you got white friends, they want to go hiking. Who thinks Don Lemon ass gonna come up missing one day? Who remember that movie with Ice-T where they sent his ass out there? Remember they was hunting him down and shit. I forgot the name of that crazy ass, but who thinks it's them type of it's hunting games and shit? We seen that. Who thinks they do? Who thinks they playing hunting games with niggas, man? Remember that movie with Ice-T, man? I forgot the name of that shit, man. What was the name of that movie, Ice-T, man? They was hunting them down. They took him out to the woods and shit. They was going camping or hunting or something. And they just turned that nigga into the prey. Just let that nigga loose. They got to chasing that nigga down. Who think that's what they doing with white folks doing it to niggas, man? Smash the light, but especially in Mississippi. Yeah, we talking about Mississippi for sure, gang. We talk about in Mississippi. You think they playing the hunting games with niggas? Oh, smash that like button, gang.
Well, I don't think black people and white people should be in the wilderness
Surviving
together.
the game. There we go.
Or what? Maybe we should stay away from
Surviving the game.
But
Okay.
the wilderness together. There are a lot of things we can do. That we can marry, we can hang out, we could work together, we could live together, all that kind of stuff. But we should never be on water or in the wilderness.
Yeah. What do you think? Look, I know that you have made room for the possibility that there, as you said, you don't know if there's race involved. You don't know what happened, but I certainly do think, and I keep saying this, there's a reason that there's a show called The First 48.
Right.
Which is the first 48 hours of investigation, which they appear to have lost by saying, oh, we believe it's an accident. This is accidental. And they went no further than that.
Why did the mother have to find the phone? Why was it in an investigative body? If you have somebody missing and you know that the phone is missing, it was why does she have to do what they should have done, which is and why does that person have that phone? And why is that not suspicious? I mean, you can't pry a phone out of an adolescent's hand and all.
But you know what? That's something else, y'all, that I want to know. That's something else that we need to make very clear. I would love to I want to ask the questions. I would love to talk to the mom's friend and the mom and interview them and ask them, when the boys called, she said the mama said in the interview, Nolan's mom said that one of the boys called her. I want to know, in that phone call, did you ask about his phone? Did you tell them to bring you the phone? Like, what happened in that conversation when the boys called? Did you have to, was they bullshitting around, telling you they didn't know where the phone was at first? We have no idea where it's at. She get the tracking it. No, y'all got the phone. Then they tell her, oh, yeah, we do got the phone. Come get the phone. I need to know more about that conversation with Nolan's mom and the boy who called her. And did she have to go get the phone? Like, how did it go? Did you have to pull up on them and just surprise, motherfucker, give us the phone back? Or did you call them and they say, yeah, we have the phone. You tracked it and went to one of the boys' house and got the phone. That's very important. I need to know that. It's like a lot of questions I have, y'all. This shit is just now starting. It's a lot of questions I want to ask, man. I wish I could interview these people, man. Damn.
All of a sudden they have it. I just think I think there are too many unanswered questions, and they have a responsibility to answer them or to make sure somebody does.
Have you been paying attention to this family? I mean, they've handled this with dignity and with a strength that I have never seen, because as you know, just before we started our tour last year, my sister died. Right.
Yeah,
so, I think we postponed a little bit, or I had to change because I just couldn't deal with it. But, this family has been, tremendous. That's all I can say.
When you know, and the sad thing about it, that is a fairly common refrain, whether it is the young man who was killed in the 50s, and his mother and how Emmett Till, and how she handled that with dignity, aplomb, and grace. I think that Black people grieving gracefully is too common, but don't mistake our grief and our grace for a lack of concern. You can be graceful. I mean, the people, I'm sure they're spiritual people. I'm sure they believe in a higher power and giving them the strength to assuage some of this guilt. But the onus is on investigative bodies to make sure that what happened, when it happened, why it happened. And if something is foul, that somebody be brought to account for it.
Dale,
and I would want that no matter who. I wouldn't care what religion, what color, what gender.
Right.
I wouldn't care what anything those things are.
I don't disagree with you. Dale, you've been covering this on Uncertain, and I would tell, I would encourage everybody to tune in, but you don't need my help. Shit. Your channel is going crazy.
It's doing all right.
The show is great. My mom and I watched this weekend and yesterday, and we were laughing at what you said about, Black people don't lose white people.
We don't.
Smash that light button, gang.
That's right.
We don't.
To everybody in the building.
And the thing about I think that in this society, the shame is that there seems to be a level of empathy afforded to you if a society believes you're worthy of it. Like you have to look a certain way or be a certain thing. Like every time something unfortunate happens to a young Black child, they tell us about his history and how he was no choir boy, or he was no angel. I think sympathy and empathy should be afforded to people just because they lived and a life is gone. But there does seem to be an empathy quotient afforded to certain people by society. This should be an urgent matter to society, not just not just to a race or a group or a state. It should be society should feel a way about this.
Y'all understand what y'all understand what D.L. Hughley is saying, right? And so the D.L. Hughley, man, he feel like, hey, something ain't right, man. D.L. Hughley feels like, something ain't right. He feels like, the state of Mississippi is most definitely not taking the same precaution they would take if it was a white kid that came up missing. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel that way. If these were 3 Black kids and a white boy, y'all know how that go. If it was 3 Black boys, a white boy come up missing. You know what I mean? His ass washed up on the shore a day or two later. His cell phone was with the niggas when they left. They got his car, his keys, all kind of shit. You know what I mean? Family got to get to looking for him. I mean, it's a lot more we need to know. You know what I mean? It's a lot more we need to know, because with the boys calling mom and talking to her, you got to wonder how that fits into the plan. Them keeping his cell phone that can be tracked, and they know that. They know his phone can be tracked. You gotta add that into the shit. But like I said, man, if they threw him off a boat, it wouldn't make sense for him to have his phone. If you're gonna make it look like an accident on drowning or some shit like that, why would somebody be swimming with their phone? So that could be a reason why some people feel like, hey, man, if they did something to him on the boat, his phone might have fell out of his pocket, or maybe they took his phone, maybe they kept it. Some people are saying, no, Sco, maybe he accidentally drowned, bro. Maybe all this shit is gonna be for no reason, man. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Now, would it be in his funeral today, you would think niggas would have fell back. You would have thought that, nah, you know what I mean? The haters would stay away, man. But let me check in with y'all, boy, man. Stop 6 Tatum and see what he's talking about, man. Because this dude right here, man, he ain't got no filter when it comes to what's going on with Black people in society and with white folks. Let's see, the day of Nolan Wells' funeral, man, an 18-year-old kid. Let's see what Stop 6 Brandon Tatum is saying.
Real quick. Benjamin Crump should be ashamed of himself. Al Sharpton should be ashamed of themselves. I'm right here in Mississippi. It's crazy that I had to fly down here to even get this information. They've been lying on these boys. I got evidence, and I'm going to show it to you, and I'm going to lay it out for you. It is a shame that boy Nolan did not get the respect that he deserved. In my opinion, they turned his death into a racial thing, destroying the community. You name it, they did it. And we got evidence that it wasn't just 4 boys with him. We got evidence that they asked Nolan to get back on the boat, and he refused to because he grown. We got evidence that the boys reached out to the parents, that Benjamin Crump and them didn't refuse to reach out to these boys. And I've talked to them. I've seen the evidence with my own eyes. I've seen that there was more than just 4 people. There was 3 boats full of kids. I know that they left and they had nothing to do with this. And instead of them saying and standing up for these boys and saying, look, we don't know what happened. We want justice for Nolan. These boys didn't have no involvement. Instead, they want to make it about race. And it is a shame. And I'm so heated, man. I went out to Horn Island. We got all the video. We got the interviews. The boys wanted to talk to me because I'm the only one there to give them a voice, because everybody else is fake, fraudulent, looking out for themselves. And it's a shame, man. It's a shame. Nolan deserved better than what they did. They out here hoodwinking, trying to raise money and make stuff about race, and they have no evidence. They lied about the phone getting deleted. It's a shame, man. But y'all finna find out. And a lot of y'all gonna have to apologize for the stuff that you said. You're gonna have to take that video down and apologize because you are part of the lie. Gotta say something real quick.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Stop 6 Tatum say he been to Horn Island. He didn't talk to the boys. He said he got all the goddamn evidence. Yeah, he said he got all the evidence, man. There's Stop 6 Tatum say he got all the goddamn evidence, man. Let me see something quick. Hold on, gang. Hold on. He say he got all the goddamn evidence. He said he went and talked to the boys, man. Okay, I don't think he ain't put no video out. So, but he's saying he went and talked to the boys, man. Yeah, he ain't putting nothing up yet. He ain't dropped no content or nothing about it. But yeah, Officer Brandon Tatum has said he went out to Horn Island. He talked to the boys. He found out that Nolan did not get back on the boat. He also found out that it wasn't just one boat that Nolan was on. It was like 3 boats of all the friends. It was a bunch of them together. He's saying that, you know what I mean? Hey, everybody got it all wrong. He said the boys contacted the parents. They gave the phone back. The boys never went in the phone and touched nothing. He said he got everything. He said he interviewed the boys. Officer Tatum is saying this is still a problem too, man. Because Officer Tatum, nobody trusts you, man. The black community damn sure don't fuck with you. So your investigation is gonna be crazy unless you got like this. Better be a video you sitting here with these boys talking and better here. Yeah. I don't know if the people are gonna trust no damn Officer Tatum, man. You hear me? Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna trust you, bro. He say he got the evidence. I don't know if nobody's gonna trust you, dog. Yeah, man. Yeah, you come up like a racist black nigga, bro, who hate niggas. So it's gonna be hard to trust a black nigga who hate niggas. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard, fam. But he say he went to Horn Island. He say he in Mississippi right there in this video. He say he in Mississippi right there, man. One more time. Let me run this back, man. One more time.
Crump should be ashamed of himself. Al Sharpton should be ashamed.
He got all the evidence.
I'm right here in Mississippi.
He's in this shit.
It's crazy that I had to fly down here to even get this information. They've been lying on these boys. I got evidence. The role he plays online in the media. Of course, we've seen him on big channels talking about it too, big networks. So of course, they felt like they could talk to him. Yeah, they feel like they could talk to him, but why not talk to Benjamin Crump is what I want to know. We've seen the mom say she reached out to Benjamin Crump. Why not reach out to Benjamin Crump? And he's saying that they've been reaching out to Benjamin Crump. Smash that like button, gang. I've been asking y'all this whole time. What do y'all think happened to Nolan Wells? Do y'all believe Officer Tatum got a good thing going, or are you telling the truth? You think he was some bullshit? Evidence, and I'm gonna show it to you, and I'm gonna lay it out for you. It is a shame that boy Nolan did not get the respect that he deserved. In my opinion, they turned his death into a racial thing, destroying the community. You name it, they did it. And we got evidence that it wasn't just 4 boys with him. We got evidence that they asked Nolan to get back on the boat and he refused to because he grown. We got evidence that the boys reached out to the parents, that Benjamin Crump and them didn't refuse to reach out to these boys. And I talked to them. I've seen the evidence with my own eyes. I've seen that there was more than just 4 people. There was 3 boats full of kids. I know that they left and they had nothing to do with this. And instead of them saying and standing up for these boys and saying, look, we don't know what happened. We want justice for Nolan. These boys didn't have no involvement. Instead, they want to make it about race. And it is a shame. And I'm so heated, man. I went out to Horn Island. We got all the video. We got the interviews. The boys wanted to talk to me because I'm the only one there to give them a voice because everybody else is fake, fraudulent, looking out for themselves. And it's a shame, man. It's a shame. Nolan deserved better than what they did. They out here hoodwinking, trying to raise money and make stuff about race, and they have no evidence. They lied about the phone getting deleted. It's a shame, man. But y'all finna find out. And a lot of y'all gonna have to apologize for the stuff that you said. You're gonna have to take that video down and apologize because you are part of the lie. Gotta say,
man, it's getting heated now. See, now it's getting heated. You see what I'm saying? Now shit is getting it. Now the shit done hit the fan. Because now Officer Tatum is finna jump online on every news network and he finna start calling the family out saying they lying. It's a money grab. I told y'all this was coming. Who remember over maybe 8-9 days ago, I told y'all, I said, if Ben Crump don't produce an autopsy, they finna start calling his bluff. We finna see the goddamn, the certain bloggers come. Remember I told you, I said they was quiet at first. They wasn't saying nothing. Y'all remember me saying this about a week or about 8-9 days ago? I said, y'all just give it a second. I said the conservative bloggers are on the way. I said, if no evidence is found, no physical evidence of murder is found soon, they finna start popping shit online saying this is a money grab. Them folks knew damn well that boy wasn't killed. This was about them making it a race thing, getting money. Y'all, the media is finna flip. If no physical evidence comes out soon that shows the boy was murdered, if no witness comes forward and say, I know what happened, I was there, I seen this, seen that. If that don't happen, gang, they finna start, the media finna flip on Ben Crump and his family, and they've been waiting to get on Ben Crump ass. They've been waiting to get on Al Sharpton ass again. Oh, Bill Crump and Ben Crump and Al Sharpton and the family, they gonna say if people getting their money back, they gonna start requesting, hey, send people their refunds on GoFundMe. They gonna say this is the biggest scheme, the biggest scam of all times. If nothing happens, we look up a month or two go by, no witnesses, no autopsy, it's just floating around, shit gonna get bad. You know what I mean? We know it's gonna be some time. I'm guessing now from what Ben Crump said was he made it seem like they was kind of waiting on Mississippi's autopsy, but we don't know if he playing chess. Maybe he just trying to get them to throw their shit out there so he can say, motherfucker, I caught you, you're lying, motherfucker. So we don't know yet. But a lot of things still don't add up. So we would love to hear from the boys. I want to hear from them. I don't know if I want to trust what this nigga on just say they said or some shit like that. Like, I hope this is an on-camera interview. You know what I mean? I hope we can really hear them talking if he got the content, man. He might come back with some shit they wrote down. All right, man, I took some questions and shit. Man, we don't know if we can trust that, bro. Yeah, smash that like button, man. We don't know if we can trust that, fam. Yeah, we don't know if we can trust you, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think everybody like, man, fuck this nigga, Sco. We ain't going off what the fuck this nigga talking about. Yeah, we ain't going off what this nigga's talking about. Somebody said, get him on your show, Sco. Man, fuck this nigga. Yeah, because he ain't coming on the show. Yeah, that nigga's a buster, fam. He ain't coming on the show. Yeah, he ain't coming. Let's hear from the Coast Guard real quick, guys. I see where let me see where. I mean, what was this? TMZ. Oh shit, TMZ. Let's hear from one of the Coast Guards, man.
When the body was eventually, he is the VP of the United Cajun Navy.
Okay,
and participated in the search for Nolan Wells. He's here to give us his version of events today.
I think he's gonna tell us more about the body.
Joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me on today.
Before this interview started, you started to get into the sequence of events surrounding, from when Nolan Wells was first reported missing to you getting in your plane. Can you walk us through what your story is?
Yeah, sure. So it was kind of late in the evening on 4 July when we first got a call. I think the first dispatch came in through one of our channels, through either a family member or family friend of Nolan's, who ultimately put our incident commander in touch with his mother, who at that point was in full on, search mode. She at that point was very concerned that he was actually missing and was doing everything. They were doing everything they could to kind of retrace the steps, get his phone, get his keys, all that. So really it was the next morning when we were told.
Okay, so he just gave us a clue. I mean, if y'all trust him, you know what I mean? I don't know who y'all trust. Yeah, I'm just going off what he's saying to see if it makes sense. If it don't make, he's saying that, when they got the call from mom, that at that point in time, they still trying to get the phone, the keys, everything. But mom is already on the search for him. Mom is already actively looking for her son. She knows everything. She's well informed on everything that's going on by the time they get wind and get a hold of mom.
That there was going to be another boat going out, possibly containing some of Nolan's family. I'm not sure what the details were of that. In the morning on 5 July, that would have been Sunday. And by late morning, we had gotten basically another call saying, hey, if you guys have any boats in the area and can go out there and canvass the island, would appreciate it. So I had two of my volunteers from the Mississippi chapter from Ocean Springs, actually, that put in say midday on 5 July
So this is all July 5th still, y'all. Remember, this is when they found out he's missing. This is the next morning going to the next afternoon. So if they out there searching around, he got 2 boats out there, including his dad, I think, and the coach or somebody was out there earlier looking for him. So you've had 3 to 4 boats looking for Nolan on July 5th throughout the whole day. They've been looking for him.
They went out to Horn Island. They went on the island first, took a drone, looked around all over from an aerial view.
They look and they look from a drone as well. There we go. That's more information. I think I've seen that. I think we knew that already. But they looked from a drone. They had boats on the water. They had drones in the sky. They had boats on the water and they had drones in the sky. Toya said it's the 3rd interview this motherfucker done. His shit changed every time. Well, let's pay close attention to this one. Let's lock in, y'all. This is the guy who was responsible, him and his team responsible for finding Nolan Wells' body. So him and his team has seen the body.
And then they ran a grid between Horn Island and Ship Island with the boat. Both of these volunteers, one's a rescue specialist, one's actually a member of law enforcement. So they have a lot of experience. And they stayed at it for a few hours, and then the weather started to deteriorate, so they came back in. That's when we knew we were done for the day. On 5 July, we made the decision that on 6 July, that if the weather permitted, we were going to put an aircraft up because we were getting further and further away from the last time Nolan was seen alive. So that's when we put that aircraft up. We were wheels up out of Gulfport International at about 06:30 on 6 July.
Right. And so, when you first get the call, how did the United Cajun Navy get looped in? Was it through Christine Monsley's social post, or was it after? Was it, through your own accord?
Yeah, so the way that happened is my understanding is that when people started posting on social media about Nolan being missing, that a lot of people started tagging the United Cajun Navy, basically just kind of making us aware that this was going on, and then ultimately kind of sequencing to asking us for help. Like I said, there was an official message. I don't know if it came through our voicemail or through one of our email or one of our social media messaging platforms, but somebody made contact with, and our incident commander, I think, was either monitoring the messages or one of our people monitoring told him about the message that came through. Whoever that person was, it wasn't Nolan's mother, but whoever it was knew her and knew how to get in touch with her, and ultimately put our incident commander in touch with Christine that night on 4th July.
I have a question for you. Given the call to the Coast Guard at 11 p.m. and then the request for help the following day from JCSO at around noon, did you feel like you were starting the search a little bit later than you should be?
There wasn't really, there wasn't anything that we could have done on the night of July 4th, to be honest. But also, too, at that point, I still didn't know. I'll put it this way. On July 4th, when I went to sleep, I didn't know if they had finally gotten in contact with Nolan, if he had come home, if they had found out any new information. It wasn't until the morning of July 5th when I learned that he was still missing overnight. And that's when I became very concerned that, okay, he didn't come home all night. That's a bad sign. And so it was that point when they started calling for all hands and said, okay, we'll put a boat in the water. And then that led to
that night they didn't do shit that night at all. Is that what they're telling us? That night they didn't do nothing? That he was missing? His family saying at 11 o'clock midnight he's missing and nobody's doing shit at all? Is that why the dad jumped in a motherfucking boat and started going out there? Is that why the dad jumped in the boat? Is that what dad said, man, give me where's the motherfucking boat, man? Fuck you niggas doing, B? I need a boat. They didn't do shit for about, 8, 9 hours, they saying? 9, 10 hours? Smash that like button, gang. Smash the like button, man. Yeah. Yes, yeah. What took so long to start a search, man? Smash the like button.
Activities of our search crews on 5 July.
Can you talk to me about the water conditions? What did the water conditions look like that night from where you were?
You're talking about the day he went missing or the day?
Walking out, it was a holiday. Okay.
They were pretty similar to, for most part of the day, they were pretty similar to the conditions on the 4th of July. They were fairly calm. It was strong currents, but not really big waves.
Somebody said no street lights on Horn Island. Smash that like button, gang. Salute to everybody in the building, gang.
It was very hot. Water temperatures were upper 70s, low 80s. Toward the late afternoon, a little front moved in from the west, and presumably it chopped up the Mississippi Sound at that point. But again, our guys aborted when they saw that weather coming. So that was probably like by 3 or 4 o'clock the afternoon of 5 July is when they had to abort that search. And then that night, when I huddled with my team, that was when we made the decision that, putting out another boat on Monday, presumably with the weather clearing up, was really going to be futile because, at this point, we're getting too far away from the last time he was seen alive. So we needed to cover more ground quickly, and that's why we had to use an aircraft.
You were involved when the body was eventually
6th.
located and found. What can you tell me about the state and position that the body was in that hasn't been reported?
Yeah. So again, just to put it into perspective, it was I'm told it was about 08:45 on 6 July when a park ranger on Horn Island discovered the body, called it in to law enforcement. We had myself and the gentleman who donated.
So the Cajun Navy had nothing to do with finding this boy at all. They put all the boats out there. They put all the goddamn drones out there. They put everything out there, but the Cajun Navy had nothing to do with finding him at all. They had all the equipment, all the boats, and just a park ranger found the boy. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. They had all that equipment, all them boats. And I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's crazy how the niggas with all the equipment and the boats didn't find him. Just a park ranger found him washed up. They had been searching for shit over 24 hours, 48 hours damn near. You know what I mean? No, you know what I mean? That's wild. Smash the like button, gang.
Donated his plane that day out of Gulfport. We had been flying for about 2 hours at that point. We were making a trek.
Yeah, he just popped up.
From Horn Island over to Ship Island down to Chandelier Island, which is south of both of those islands, about another 30 miles. So we were coming back up north towards the northwest tip of Horn Island when we noticed there were boats in the center of the island where there's a lagoon. And then we saw some boats approaching the northwest tip. And then when we got closer, we noticed there were 2 boats already parked in tandem on the beach. That was strange. It was a Monday morning. It was obvious they weren't fishing. So we descended and to about maybe 450 feet, 500 feet. And we could tell it was law enforcement boats, law enforcement personnel. So we descended maybe another 100 feet or so, circled around. And that's when I saw a law enforcement presence gathering on that northwest point. And then I noticed that there was what appeared to be a body right at the shoreline, laying face down on the sand.
The implication is that this body had washed up, unfortunately, on the shore.
That's what it looked like to me. Yeah.
Did you see any visible injuries or anything that you can speak to at that distance?
No, from that height, right? So it's best I can do. The description matched Nolan Wells. It matched the area. It was the area where we were looking. So I had good reason to believe, even before I heard from the sheriff's office, that it was him. The swim trunks appeared to be similar color to what was reported. The one thing I'll say about the condition of the body, and again, I want to stress very, as much as I can, that I'm at 450 feet in the air. So I did not have a good ground's eye view look. But normally when a body's been floating, you'll see some bloating and whatnot. He wasn't in the water that long. The water temperature was high. He has a low body mass index. So both of those factors together, normally we'll look for a body to pop up on about day 4, but we knew it was possible it could pop up as soon as day 2. And this was day 2. Again, the body, I'm trying to think of the most respectful way to say it. The body did not seem at that height to be disproportionate to the way it should look. Now, I could not get a good look at his face. I could not get a good look of the front side of his body, which was on the beach. I was really looking at his back of his legs, back of his arms, that kind of thing. And so that was my vantage point. And I just want to stress to everybody that that's not an ideal vantage point. It's just what I could see. And plus I'm flying at like 90 knots. So, I'm going pretty fast. So I'm really getting when I say a glimpse, it's a glimpse.
Was there anything about the location, how close to shore, how far from the shore when he was last seen, that struck you as unusual?
I don't want to say unusual, but I would say that the wind and drift patterns that I was studying, what had me believing that he was going to be taken through that ship channel between Horn Island and Ship Island and carried south. It's important to also point out that just like maybe 6 or 7 weeks prior to this, there was a shrimp boat worker who had gone off MOB, man overboard, off of a shrimp boat in Pascagoula, which is on the coast, like close to Horn Island. And it took about a week before we found him, but he had washed up all the way down at the Chandelier Island. So that could have also influenced my pattern of thought.
So he didn't. Yeah. Okay. So he didn't see shit. He's saying something else could influence his pattern of thought. Toya, you in the building, Toya?
Hey, so can you hear me?
Everybody building, gang. Yeah, your background kind of janky, kind of shady, kind of noisy.
I'm at the plantation.
Okay. Tell me, Toya, how do you feel, Toya? Well, I mean, salute to everybody building, gang. I want to hear from y'all tonight too, gang. If you're in the building, y'all hit that link that I pinned at the top, man. I would love to hear from y'all, gang. Hold on, Toya, hold on. I gotta make sure people hear my question. Toya, how do you feel about this thing? Toya, after the funeral service today, we see $100,000 put up from Tyler Perry and Al Sharpton. You know, do you think this thing is coming closer to being solved far as, you know, a murder? Do you think murder charges will come soon? What do you think is the next move? What will we see next, Toya?
When I seen them put that money up, I just thought automatically that they don't have enough. And that's why they boldly put all that money up like that. Because they know it's not, like, nobody's coming forward with no video evidence. Nobody is coming forward with, it's not nothing to prove with the autopsy. Obviously, or Ben done came out with something. Like, Ben Crump would have been yelling to the mountaintops that something ain't right with the autopsy if he had it, just like he did with Baby Conan. But he not doing that. And then they offered out, they begging and pleading for the public to please give us some video evidence. You know what I mean? Because I feel like with the autopsy, it's nothing there. They relying on the public now. And now Al Sharpton saying, if y'all give me information that leads to the conviction and arrest of something, then I'll give y'all $50,000. And Tyler Perry said, I'll match it. I just feel like they real far away from finding out what happened to Nolan Wells.
Toya said she feel like they don't got the answers. Toya said she feel like Ben Crump don't got the answers. That's why, you know, Al Sharpton, you know, Tyler Perry, they putting up money because they know ain't nobody finna say nothing. They don't have nothing. They begging the public for clues, and they don't have anything. Toya, do you believe the autopsy? Do you believe they know the results of the autopsy already? Do you think the parents feel like he drowned?
I believe they knew the results of the autopsy, like when they was doing that press run, and they was I believe they knew the results then, because I think that was the first time we heard a desperate cry for, like, please, y'all need to give us some video evidence. We need y'all to, whatever y'all have, you know, the body had been flown out, and then all of a sudden we waiting on the autopsy, but y'all asking the public for video evidence. So from my point of view, I think they've been knowing that it wasn't nothing coming from the autopsy.
So why would they keep collecting money and, you know, going through with this thing if you know what I mean, if nothing's there, you know what I mean, if they know they can't prove nothing, why would they continue to do this?
Mama Bear already told us that they not working. You know what I mean? Like, they still have to pay for the funeral, pay for their livelihoods or whatever. They're not working. What?
Tyler Perry paid for the funeral.
Well, Tyler Perry paid for the funeral. I guess I don't know what the money is for, and to me, that's none of our business. They lost their son. If they can raise $750,000, you know, who wants? If they could, like she said, if I could get the money back and get my son back, I would rather have my son. But her son not here, so I guess that's a soft cushion, you know, for them to land on. You know.
Okay, salute to Toy.
I'm finna get up out of here, so I love y'all. Salute to the gang.
Toya say she ain't really hearing that shit no more, man. Brandy, you in the building? Unmute your mic, Brandy. You in the building, Brandy? Talk to me. Brandy, I hear you, Brandy. Talk to me. You mute your mic again, Brandy. There you go. Talk to me, Brandy. You in the building? Let me get Brandy the fuck out of here, man. Brandy backstage. She looks shy and shit, man. Neo, you in the building, Neo? Unmute your mic. You in the building?
You.
Talk to me, fam. What's going on? What's going on with the Nolan Wells investigation, bro? Do you think Ben Crump is getting any closer to, solving this thing? They feel like this is a murder case. They feel like something ain't right, bro. How do you feel after the funeral service today, man? Are they getting closer?
I don't know, but I wanted to point out something that the guy said in the video. I don't know if y'all picked up on that. You heard when he said he talked about the BMI index. He said he has a low BMI index. You know what that means?
Talk to me. Break it down, bro.
That means a low BMI index means, and this is something that applies to most Black people. You have a muscular body, and if you have dense muscles, it means you don't float well in the water, which is a contributing factor to why we might have trouble swimming. Athletes, basketball players, football players, and he was a football player. That's all I want to say. I'm gonna land my plane on that. That's it.
Okay. Do you feel like he drowned?
I don't know, but I can tell you I was a competitive swimmer and a lifeguard for 12 years, and I used to have the same problem. I was muscular and I did not float, but I was a good swimmer because I was trained. So I don't know, man.
Okay. All right. So the Neo, man. Neo said he can't call it, but he dropped some gems on us, man. Let me see, Brandy. You there, Brandy? Brandy, I can't hear you, Brandy. Are you there, Brandy? I can't hear you. Are you there, Brandy?
You can hear me?
I hear you now, Brandy. Brandy, where you calling in from, Brandy?
I'm calling in from New Orleans. School. Listen.
Shout to New Orleans. Talk to me.
Do you think that Reverend Al Sharpton, being close as he is to Ben Crump right now, will up all that money if they don't know what the hell happened?
Say that one more time. Come again.
Do you think that Al Sharpton, being as close as he is to Ben Crump right now with this case, will up all that money for somebody to come through if he don't know that something happened to this boy?
So are you saying you think Al Sharpton and Ben Crump already know that nobody killed him?
I think they have the autopsy. He said he's not releasing his because they had the body first.
Right.
He know that if he released his autopsy, they're gonna change theirs to match his.
So if Ben Crump dropped his autopsy and they say the boy was murdered, Mississippi gonna then put out an autopsy that says he was murdered.
Yes, Skull. They're gonna have to.
Okay, so Ben Crump just playing chess right
Ben
now.
Crump playing chess right now. You heard him say that. Look, he changed the whole conversation when that man asked about the autopsy.
Okay.
They had the body first 6 days ago. It's their time to up it. And taxpayers really pay money for Mississippi to up theirs. Ben Crump is independent. They pay for that out of their pockets. They don't have to up theirs. Taxpayers pay money for Mississippi.
Yeah, shout out to Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, you know what I mean? Nah, real shit, man. Nah, salute to Brandy, man. Brandy saying, man, hey, man, Ben Crump just playing chess with you niggas, don't you? You know what I mean? Q Film Media, what's good, gang?
Nothing much. I basically want to say the same thing. Basically, the Jackson County or Mississippi has had the body and autopsy for way longer than Ben Crump has, and it's their duty to put out the autopsy and the and the cause of death. And they've done neither. I don't even think that they really officially did a autopsy. I think that they just just like that sheriff did the same day before he had looked at anything, just like the governor and the mayor did. They just basically did.
So are you saying that because he washed up, they say he drowned? They didn't do no.
Yeah, they just said no evidence of foul play. And here's the thing: they've been getting away with this for a long time. That's taxpayer money. We hire them. The taxes pay them. So basically, they've been getting paid for scamming us, and basically, they should be fired. And so basically what they're trying to do is wait until Trump puts out his so they can try to change theirs. Because keep in mind that Nolan went to DC. He went to a more professional coroner. So, you know,
Okay.
that's, you know, and I'm sure they did the autopsy where these people didn't do anything.
Okay. So what do you think Ben Crump meant when he said we need to wait? You know what I mean, or you know, Mississippi had the body 6 days earlier. We getting it now. He said we limit to certain things, but we kind of waiting them to put theirs out. You think he playing chess? That he just trying to get them to put theirs out? That he really
Absolutely.
okay. Do you
Absolutely,
think?
because how are you going to prove that they did the whole thing? The whole reason that Crump is even there is because of the simple fact that the family did not think that they were going to properly investigate the case. They didn't think that they were going to get their due process or due diligence, and
Yeah.
so in order to be able to effectively, you know, sue or do anything else that we need to do, we have to be able to prove that. In terms of proving that is like what do you have, like when they go to grand jury or whatever. I'm sure that district attorney is not going to have any evidence because look at it, they never called anybody, they didn't call anybody. And I don't know if you've seen I think it was Nancy Grace or somebody where she talked to another one of those Cajun Navy people, and they offered to bring out the dogs. So they didn't do anything. They're not trying to do anything. They don't have anything to produce. And
Okay.
basically, and that's why they sent their monkey down there, Officer dumbass Tatum,
Yeah.
you know, so he could throw
He
all
say he
these
got the evidence.
narratives out,
He say he
thinking
got the
that we
evidence,
just
man.
a dumb. Go ahead.
No, salute. I would just say he said Tatum said he got the evidence, man. Salute to Q Media for pulling up gang. Salute, man. Kenny Horn, what's good, my guy? Salute, fam. What's good, Kenny Horn?
What's good, family?
What's good, bro? Make some sense of this shit, bro. Nolan Wells, he was buried today, man. What do you think is going on, man? Do you think Ben Crump can produce these results when it comes to the autopsy? Do you think Ben Crump is going to show the world that Mississippi was lying? Something did happen to Nolan Wells.
I won't be able to say that Ben Crump himself gonna do it because I really feel like that. I think they did find foul play as far as the body go. It's funny how we not getting an autopsy, but for the FBI to just come in and be like, "Well, now we're gonna take over the investigation and stop all communication," so that's why we're not really getting more updates. I feel like they might have found something already, and I
Yeah,
feel like
okay.
that's why we're
Okay.
not really getting much besides just support from Crump. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Even if he do find something, I don't think he allowed to say shit because it's
Okay. So
investigation.
you think they didn't found something? You think they didn't found something?
Yes, sir.
And what would stop them from putting that out? Because when you put that out, it turns into a full murder investigation.
Because
They have the warrants, the proper everything to go after these boys for real. Now we can take them down, search warrants, interrogation. Now we can get to this murder case. So why would they hold on to that for months and months and months? You know what I mean? Instead of just say, let's get to it. We got the evidence.
Because like I think it's the same way like with that David and Celeste case. You knew a long time. We like, why they ain't lock this boy up? What? Okay, and they said all this stuff about the body. We like, what really happened with the body? How they find the body? The FBI sit on shit like that because they making their case like real tight. So whenever they go to court, they want to know they got you dead to rights. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now salute, gang. Salute to Kenny
Salute.
Horn, my salute, fam. Salute to Kenny Horn, man. Let me see. Worldwide Bully, what's good, my guy? Worldwide Bully, you the building? I don't know what's going on with you, fam. Let me see. Miss Boss Lady, what's good, Miss Boss Lady? Miss Boss Lady, you in the building? Unmute your mic. I'll stop hitting my link if you ain't ready, man. Gordon, what's good, Gordon?
Boss Lady, what's good, Miss Boss Lady?
Oh, yeah, that nigga way behind. He way behind. Let me see, Faith. You in the building, Faith?
You can hear me?
I hear you, Faith. Talk to me, Faith. What's good, gang? Talk to me.
I got my stream going everywhere. I don't know what's wrong, but how y'all doing? Listen to me. I didn't realize that I had pictures because soon as I heard the news, like with the 6 and on the 8, I do readings, but now with tarot cards. Everything I said before every video and all these people saying something, that's what I know. I got another bombshell for you.
Talk
I
to me.
got
Talk to me.
the pictures that a lot of people that they deleted it. I got it off of Jay's phone before off his thing before he deleted it. I got pictures. Oh my God, I got so much stuff on my mama. I believe Nolan is not Nolan. Let me tell you why. Why when I look and that's Javion, you remember that person they said that Marquise and he was in the water? You remember that? You said, man, they sound racist. They calling him monkeys and stuff. You remember that?
Yeah. Huh?
That's the same. Listen, that's the same I got all that receipt for you. Somebody put it in the chat. This is going wild. And they can't change autopsy because they changed my son's autopsy.
And what did they change your son autopsy to?
They was trying to make it to be SIDS, and I took him to court, and it was pneumonia and all that. It wasn't SIDS or nothing.
Oh, so they just
And they
diagnosed.
changed.
They just diagnosed him with the wrong illness.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
okay, okay,
died. I'm saying he died, and they give him the wrong medicine too.
okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Did you end up winning like a civil suit, or did you end up getting paid behind that?
Shit. All right. A malpractice and all that, man, it's hard, especially in Louisiana. Now, you know this just happened to a dude. It's like my brother, Ronco. Some people had took him, his own friends. This just happened in Louisiana. And guess where they put him at? In the pond.
In the pond. So when you say you got information about Nolan Wells, what do you have? What do you have, Faith? What do you got? Just break it down. What do you say? You got some photos? What do you have?
Photos.
So tell me, Faith, tell me. Faith, you say you are a card reader. Faith, you say you're a tarot reader. I mean, you know what I mean?
Not a tarot. No.
Okay,
I'm
tell me
not
what
a
you are.
psychic. No,
What do you do?
I'm born with a gift. I don't
Okay, there you go. There you go. You was born with a gift. Tell me this. Like, just break something down to me real quick. I gotta get this out of you before we go anywhere else. What happened to Nolan Wells? As far as that, like, what is your vision? What do you see? Like, what happened to Nolan Wells? How did he die?
He didn't. They bought him there, and that's something I got the chills all in my hair. I made the video. It's all on TikTok. They spraying it like what? I've been had made the video.
No. Just tell me.
Put his head down. Look, they put his head down. But guess what? He did not die on that beach. And I said, I seen some with a 6. And this was on an 8, and nobody was talking about the other stuff. I said I seen some with a 6. And what it was, 6 hours what behind? Yeah,
how did he die?
Trying to feed him to alligators.
They were trying to feed him the alligator. Did they feed him the alligator? They did. So they didn't feed him, but they was trying.
How they going? That body came. They planted that body there, like right away. And them Cajun people, the mama said she got in touch with them. And
Okay.
the coach said
Okay.
he
Salute.
did not
Hey,
go.
salute, Faith, man. Salute to Faith, gang. Salute to Faith, man. Let me see. Lean Ching. You in the building, Lean Ching?
Oh yeah, hi. How are you? Yes, it's a great show. There's so many things to consider, but I do believe that let the process work.
Okay.
Let the process work, because when you think about it, these things take time. I'm a homicide victim. In my case, is a lot more complicated than this, which I can't discuss. But it takes at least 7 weeks to get everything back.
You say you're a homicide victim? What
My son was murdered in a very. I can't even get into the details. It's far more complicated than this. Okay, far more complicated.
Rest in peace to your son. I'm sorry.
Thank you. But I mean, I had it. I'll put it to this way: mine ended in a military court martial, and I'll leave it like that.
Okay. I'm
So this is very complicated when you're dealing with the government. But these things, apparently that island is federal property, which in my indication tells me the FBI has been involved in this for a very long time. You don't need individual phones to access personal data and records. I'm thinking there have already been warrants out for everyone's personal data, including the family.
Okay, so you
including the family. Because the feds don't play.
Lean Chin. Do you feel like the boys are telling the truth when far as I know you can't say that you don't know the boys, but the stories you hear them telling. Far as Nolan didn't get on the boat and Nolan stayed behind. Far as them making it back and having his cell phone. Do you feel like the boys have been honest? Do you think they're being truthful?
I do, because to kill someone and you've never killed someone before.
Everybody has to kill. But everybody has to kill for the first time. Even people
but I've been in a courtroom with a cold-blooded murder. It's not that easy to do. 8 people involved in a homicide. Someone's talking. You can't. 18-year-olds can't keep a secret. I just don't believe anyone would.
Your gut feelings telling you that these boys might be innocent. They maybe Nolan Wells accidental drowning.
Are you familiar with Tawana Brawley and Duke Lacrosse?
You said say it one more time.
Tawana Brawley. Look up Tawana Brawley. That was the first case Sharpton was involved in New York. Look up Tawana Brawley, and also look up.
Their name does sound familiar.
Yes, look that up, and look up Duke Lacrosse.
And tell me, how do those stories connect to this story?
Because those are cases where individuals, Tawana Brawley case, she said she was sexually assaulted by some law enforcement up in upstate New York, and they wrote KKK on her body. Sharpton took that case and lobbied on her behalf, and it was a fraud. Ruined those police officers' head. Duke Lacrosse was another time where this woman accused them of sexually assaulting her, and she later came out after she ruined those 3 boys and said it did not happen. Always remember, the first story is not always a true story. And this is and always and also, and I really respect your show, because you as a host, you do not react, you respond. And that's you are very good at what you do, because you listen and you try to gather information, and you're trying to keep your audience in a position where, like, listen to the facts. Let the process come out. Let the process. I don't think anyone in Mississippi wants to risk their career and their livelihood and their family's livelihood on some BS cover up. I don't think anyone's willing to do that today. In today's times, you will ruin your family to do that. I don't think anyone in law enforcement, I don't think the FBI, I don't think anyone is willing to cover up some story that someone did something that they didn't do. The thing that I fear is when the results do come out and it doesn't point to a homicide, it might point to alcohol, mistaken judgment, all these other things. That the family, is going to be harder for that family to accept the truth. And sometimes when it's our loved ones, the harder thing is to accept the truth of what might have happened. It's easier for us to create a story that this wasn't the way it was.
Okay. Salute to Lynn Chin. Lynn Chin is saying she feel like, hey, it turns out that the boy that Nolan Wells drowned, is gonna be hard for the family to accept that, man. Hold on, Lynn Chin. The 37, you in the building?
Yes, I'm here.
Man. Yeah,
Hold on.
Can you hear me?
I hear you, fam. I hear you, fam. Talk to me, bro.
All right, first of all, respect to that lady, but ain't nobody listen to a damn word she talking about, dog. Couple things, bro. First, I put it in the chat earlier, but you keep saying, like, we got to find out what the autopsy say first. We got to find out what the autopsy say first. I don't think that matters, bro. Even if he drowned, that don't mean that it wasn't foul play, dog.
It can still be foul play.
So
we
can't
say that.
Yeah, so okay, bet. And then the other thing was
37. Let me ask something. 37. Let me ask something though. But if it say he drowned, you know what I mean? Where does that investigation go from there? You know what I mean? If it just say he drowned, you know what I mean? Do you think it's gonna be hard to solve this thing or prove what happened to him if the autopsy come out and just say he drowned? You know what I mean? Because if he drowned, you're right. Somebody could have threw him in there. Somebody could have, you know what I mean? Somebody could have held him underwater. You're right. Just because he drowned, I mean it wasn't no foul play. But if it say he drowned, what physical evidence do they show to a jury? How do they get an arrest warrant? How does this thing move forward?
I mean, it would be the same thing like if it was no body homicide investigation. Person would have to do the same.
Hold on, 37. Call back in, bro. 37. Call back in, bro. Your mic is messing up, man. Your mic is messing up. Let me see. Hold on. Miss Boss Lady. You in the building, Miss Boss Lady? Miss Boss Lady, unmute your mic, Miss Boss Lady. Talk to me.
Hello?
Talk to me. Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you. Talk to me, gang. What we doing?
I'm here. Hey, this is just
How do you feel about the Nolan Wells investigation? Do you feel like it's foul play?
it's foul play for one, because for one, listen, think about this. They had his body first. So they can do whatever they wanted to his body to make it seem like it was just an accident. So that's one thing. Then for two, The phones, they didn't even his car keys. They didn't even want to get the phone up. All that is foul play. Like, come on, man.
You
Like,
feel like something
ain't
just
nobody.
adding up, man. Something ain't adding up. Like when you look at the boys' story, you look at
Is
everything, how they niggas moving shady. You feel like it's some shit in the game.
And then look. I got a client. Look, I'm a caregiver, and I got a client. And I asked him. I
Okay.
said, if you
Drop
got
some
a
gems
hole
on
in a
it.
boat
Yep.
and your boat is sinking, can you go that far? He said, no. There's no way you can go that far for that long. If your boat is sinking, you can't even drive. You can't even go that far. Not even for more than an hour.
Okay. So it did say the boys' boat was taking water. You know what I mean? So you feel like it's
Exactly.
a sign of some bullshit if they say the
See,
boat was taking
listen.
water, but they kept traveling around for about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Exactly. And then
I'm like
even
some
lower
bullshit.
than that, they travel all the way till 7 o'clock. Like what? But he
Okay,
was
all right.
missing at 4, right?
They said the last time they had seen him was 3.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, but hold on, wait. Think about this though. Don't forget where they found that boat at. That's where his body was found at.
On that
Where
west
they
tip.
last, where they
On that
was
west
at.
tip.
That's where his body was at.
On that west tip. And Miss Boss Lady, you
Ain't
cooking,
nobody
man.
talking about that.
Salute to Miss Boss Lady. Miss Boss Lady, where you calling in from?
I'm from P Town, Peoria.
Okay, salute, gang. Salute, man.
Salute.
Shout out to everybody's popping out tonight, man. Dropping gems tonight, man. Let me go here. I gotta go to Ronald. Ronald,
I'm
you in the
from
building,
P
Ronald?
Town, Peoria.
Okay, salute, gang. Salute. Ronald, you gotta turn your live in the background. That is your chance, Ronald, but you gotta turn that live in the background. That you gotta echo, fam. So you gotta turn the live off. The TV, the whatever you watching, turn it off. Let's see if he made the cut. Give him a couple of seconds. Let's see.
Yo.
What's good, fam? Can you hear me?
Hello?
I hear you. Can you hear me? And the guy out there. He out there. Worldwide Bullies. What's good, fam? You in the building?
Yeah, you got it. It ain't gonna be long. I'm gonna land my
Talk
plane.
to me, fam. Nah, you an OG over here, fam. Tell me, bro, what's going on with the Nolan Wells investigation? Today they laid the boy to rest, man. Rest in peace, man. And Nolan Wells. What do you think is going on, fam? You know what I mean? Where is this investigation going, Worldwide Bullies? Tell me something, brother.
Hey man, they pulling the wool over our eyes. You don't ask for justice for somebody that drowned. Who you ask for justice for? From the water? You get what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two is if you give the evidence to a grand jury, who is the grand jury on? They got to be indicting somebody. You get what I'm saying? And then when you listen to that boy Shepherd talk, he say nobody wanted to see Nolan's life taken so short. So they pulling the wool. They know what the fuck didn't happen to this boy, and they ain't telling us.
But you think that you think the state of Mississippi know exactly what happened?
I know. I believe that wholeheartedly. They know what happened, and that lady that called in before the 2 callers before, I believe she was actually a plant, because ain't no way in hell we as us being us gonna come to that conclusion, even make that shit up like that. You get what I'm saying? We not
You think
we not gonna
that was Ling Chin? You think shout out to Ling Chin? You think Ling Chin was a plant?
listen to, man, we hear every night. We hear every night. Feel me? Where they come in like that at?
Hey, we getting bigger over here, though, fam. Today, the Nolan Wells investigation, they pulling up, man. You did. They pull it. Hey, the subscribers are growing, man. We breaking it down. I think we talking about it to death. I think we keeping it 100. I think because we talking about it with so much passion and conviction and just being real about it, bro. I think people gravitate towards a channel where, you know, unbiased, man. We just want to know what really happened to him. We want to get to the real truth about it. So I think a lot of people starting to really tune into what we talking about, bro, because we the only ones really keeping it 100. And I'm hearing from everybody. We not one side over here. I want to hear from everybody. If you feel that way, pull up and pop your shit, man.
Yeah,
Salute to my guy, Worldwide Bullies, man. Salute, fam. Let me see Hollywood team, Worldwide Bullies. My bad. I didn't mean to just throw you out of here, bro. But let me the Hollywood team. Hollywood team, you in the building?
Yeah, salute, Skull. How you doing?
Talk to me. Hollywood T, make some sense. Hollywood T, make some sense of this, gang. What's going on? They buried Nolan Wells today. Tyler Perry, Al Sharpton. They put up, you know, 50,000 a piece, 100 bands for information. Do you think this investigation is going to move forward for, like, far as, you know, some charges? Somebody get hit with some charges. Hollywood T, talk to me, gang.
3 points, real quick. The first one I want to say is, in law enforcement, we don't believe in coincidences. This is a series of a bunch of unfortunate coincidences. When coincidences happen, where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay. I believe that Ben Crump and the family know what happened to their son, or at least seen Because look at the mom's demeanor. She was chuckling here and there. This woman been sad-faced and dour-faced since. Third, I want to say with Officer Tatum, or whatever his name is, one thing the situation has taught us as Black people is white people know how to stay the fuck on code. Because all them white kids, they parents all gathered together, got on one accord, deleted their social media, and they've been radio silent. Officer Tatum Black ass come out there and is all off code, completely off code. Whether something nefarious happened to him or not, we should stay on code. Look, I can't tell you enough. This situation is a microcosm of how we should practice to stay the fuck on code. And that's all I gotta say.
Salute to Hollywood T, man. Hey, y'all gotta stay on code, man. I gotta kick you out, Hollywood T.
Yep.
If you don't get your ass out my house. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Salute to everybody. Shout out to Hollywood T, man. Hollywood T saying, look how them white people stayed on code. Look how when shit happened, they reacted, man. You know what I mean? Damn near military minded. You know what I mean? They all got on the same accords and shit like that. Even when Officer Tatum came out there, I guess they all got together, sat down, chopped it. You know what I mean? Hollywood T say, man, y'all got to start moving more like, you know what I mean? We got to start moving more like them white folks be moving. Smash that like. But who agreed to chat with Hollywood T? She said, them white folks be on the core, man. We got to get our shit together, Black folks. Smash that like button, gang. Salute to everybody in the building. Frank, you in the building, Frank?
Yes, sir. I'm in the building.
Frank Shotta, what's good, Frank Shotta?
Man, what's good? All this joint is bogus. We looking at the wrong thing. Let's go with what they trying to say that he drowned, right?
Okay.
So how he drowned by himself. Why only person that drowned. If you look at how things are, right? If they left him and the girl said that he went back to his friends, right? And the only way you can get back off the island is off a boat. Why in the hell would he stay on an island with no ride back? That's the first mistake. Now, judge, the judge lady, she went and made a statement. When have you ever heard a judge come out and make a statement? All them kids deleted or made private their social media, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't even go searching. We don't hear nothing about them. They didn't even go to his funeral. They didn't do none of that. All that suspect. They got something to do with it. They covering it up. That's what I believe.
Okay, so you feel like at the end of the day, it's a cover up.
It's a cover up, of course.
Do you think the autopsy is gonna tell us anything, brother? Do you think that autopsy that everybody waiting on?
It can and it can't. It depends how good the person in DC is. Because number one, if you had the body for 7 days or you turned it over, you could do anything. Look how they did with Jeffrey Epstein. They try to say he hung himself when everybody knows goddamn well they killed him. They can make anything believable. It's a cover up. Think about it. A judge, and then the sheriff came out all of a sudden just saying there was no signs of foul play before an autopsy was done.
You think that was way too early?
Mississippi with the history. Are we forgetting about 2024 when 6 Mississippi police officers tortured 2 black men, stuck stuff up their butts and all that kind of stuff because they were dating white women? Did we just forget how
gay? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Frank Shotta, man.
So why wouldn't it be a cover up?
Salute to Frank Shotta, man. Smash that like button, Frank Shotta. Smash that like button, man. Yeah. Yeah, Frank Shotta, that nigga start going crazy, man. Hey, Frank Shotta saying this thing is a cover up. I heard you loud and clear, Frank Shotta. I heard you loud and clear, man. You know what I mean? I heard you loud and clear, man. But yeah, a lot of people thought this is a cover up still, gang. A lot of people are saying, Sko, there's no autopsy, but at the same time, everybody's still moving funny and shady, including the state of Mississippi, man. You're blind if you don't see that. Even Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles can see it's some shit on the flow. They not being 100% honest with us. They're not telling us everything. A lot of things that have to be investigated for us to even find out. Why wouldn't they tell us the condition of the body? If Mississippi had the body first for 6 days, why isn't this information we waiting on Ben Crump coming from them? Man, smash that like button, gang. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Glamour, you in the building, Glamour? Glamour, where you at, Glamour? Get the hell out of here, Glamour. And the 37, you got about 3-4 pages back here, bro. I have no idea what you got going on, brother. You got a lot of pages back there, brother. I have no idea what you got going on, but you got a lot of pages back there, brother. It is. Let me see. Smash. I'm gonna I see people back there, gang. If y'all want to come up, man, hit the link in the chat, man. I put it at the top up there, man. Hit the link, come into the building, man. Pull up, talk to me about this Nolan Wells situation, gang. You dig? Because they buried Nolan Wells today, man. We are waiting for autopsies to come out from the state of Mississippi, as well as Benjamin Crump with his with his private autopsy. Meanwhile, Tyler Perry, Al Sharpton, they came together, 100 bands for information. Do y'all think this thing is finna start rolling? Because in order for somebody to go to jail, man, we gonna need some physical evidence, or we gonna need some witnesses. We're gonna need some new camera footage showing Nolan on that boat. People are saying they feel like Nolan got back on the boat. They feel like he got on the boat. When his friends say they left without him, people think that's bullshit. Well, we have to prove that he was on that damn boat. Where the fuck is that boat? Has anybody went and checked the boat? They say the boat was taking water. Then all of a sudden we heard a phone call where they said, yeah, they wanted somebody to come out and help them fix the boat. But then they called back Cito, never mind. We don't need help. We got somebody that already fixed it. So I mean, we need more. You know what I mean? I mean, well, we need more transparency from Mississippi. From the news, from the media, from the state of Mississippi. Like, what the fuck is really going on, man? Can you really come out and say that y'all have really investigated this thing? Can y'all prove to the people, especially the family, fuck the people, can you prove to Nolan Wells' mom and dad that y'all have really sat down and investigate this thing? Now, Nolan Wells' parents have not handed the phone over to the police yet. They haven't handed the phone over, but I think in a couple of days or a couple of weeks, they will be handing the phone over, and they're going to sit down with the DA office. They're going to go through the phone. They're going to comb through it to see officially if anything was deleted, anything off Snapchat, any text messages. So this thing is most definitely moving forward, y'all, because we most definitely want to know that cell phone analysis, that cell phone data. What does that say when it comes to, did the boys go in his phone? Was they erasing shit? Was they, you know what I mean? What was going on in that phone that was left behind on the boat, or that fell out in Nolan's pocket, or that they took from him when they threw his ass in the water? We trying to figure it out, gang. It's still a lot to figure out, gang. Yeah, it's still a lot to figure out, gang. A lot, man. Smash that like button, gang. Say, Glamour, can you hear me, Glamour? We can't hear you, Glamour. You in the building, but we can't hear you. Glamour 702. You in the building, but I can't hear you, Glamour. You in the building, but I can't hear you, gang. How do y'all feel today, gang? Because it's so much more, man. The Nolan Wells investigation, in my eyes, is just now beginning, because now we need answers on a lot of shit. We didn't heard about this and that. We didn't heard about things that don't sound right, but now it's time for the hardcore evidence, man. It's time for pure hardcore evidence. I want to know what's something deleted out that goddamn phone. You feel me? I want to know what's something deleted out that goddamn phone. I want to know how the boy died. I want to know, you know what I mean, what did the body look like? You know what I mean? Because what's his name? The Coast Guard, he couldn't tell us shit, man. He said he was high in the air looking down on the body. The body, Nolan Wells was actually turned on his back. So he only seen Nolan Wells' back and the back of his legs, at the back of his head. He couldn't even see Nolan Wells' face. He said he didn't look that bloated, but he was 400 feet in the sky. So that's the only description we've heard of the body. We ain't heard nothing else. You know what I mean? Even the state of Mississippi ain't really came out and described like what the body looked like. I ain't saying put no photos online, but shit. I mean, has his parents, you know, I'm sure, I believe his parents, of course, seen the body. They buried him today. You know what I mean? I wonder, I wondered, I wonder how the body looked to the parents, man. Somebody should have asked mom and dad, when y'all looked at his body, did he look like he had been beaten? Did it look like foul play to y'all, far as just looking at him? I know an autopsy will show things that the eyes can't see. But far as just looking at your son, because you know every scratch, mark, and dimple he got on his face, you know everything. Does it look like something happened to Nolan? Do it look like Nolan was murdered? And like some of y'all say, just because it don't look like he was murdered, that don't mean he wasn't murdered. Just because he got water in his lungs don't mean he wasn't drowned. I mean, somebody didn't help his ass drown. So I understand what a lot of y'all are saying, man. None of your business. What's good? None of your business.
Hey, how you doing, Scott?
What's good? Where you calling in from? None of your business. Where you calling in from?
NYC.
NYC, man. Oh, shout out to New York, man. Salute to New York. Break some of this down for me. None of your business. How do you feel about the Nolan Wells investigation? Do you think Ben Crump and the team is getting any closer to figuring this thing out?
No, I think the officials is going to do what they usually do, cover up everything, switch around everything. But I have a theory. I think a little bit of everything is kind of right. I think that and nobody said this. I think that that guy Wyatt, whoever's supposed to be his friend, or one of them that he had a fight with, I think he was jealous and maybe liked it, that girl Katie, and saw saw him talking to Katie, and he got jealous because they said he went back because she said that he was going back with them with the friends. So if he did go back with the friends, and then somebody said they went to that pool party, they had a pool party and they got into it again. And then somebody said that he was saying, calling out for his mama, that they beat him. So I think maybe it was like a jealousy thing
Do you
going
think?
on.
A lot of people
And
said that. Look, tell me, but yeah, a lot of people said that was the big. People were saying there was a fight over Katie. So you think they beat him up and killed him on the boat? How do you think he died? Like, how do you? I know you said they was
at
jealous
the
of Katie.
pool party, I think they killed him at the house on land.
Okay. How do you think they killed
And
him?
then
How do you think they killed him?
I think, like they said, they beat him. Somebody said he was beaten, and
You
he
think?
was beaten so bad that he was unrecognizable.
Okay. Do you think that Ben Crump should put that information out there? You know, if they have the body and they can see that he's been beaten up, because that's automatic murder investigation. Do you think if Ben Crump had that kind of information, he would give it to us? Because that changes everything. That makes
Well,
everybody look crazy.
I don't
That
think they
kills
would give him that
Mississippi.
information that he would know that, because remember, they also put him back into water. So they could say he was swell up, he was unrecognizable for being in the water for a couple of days. It's a lot of stuff to it, unless the forensic, the
But you know
people that had.
the autopsy would tell us, though, if he was beaten to death, that autopsy gonna tell us that. If there's no water in his lungs, they find out his ass was dead before he went in the water. That autopsy should tell us that, man, that he was beat to death, right or wrong.
But that's if he got a good person that's not working with the other people too, because they could get paid off too.
Okay, salute, gang, salute. Shout out to Not Your Business, man. Ain't none of your business. She calling in from New York, man. Salute to motherfucking New York, man. Yeah, HD the boss. You in the building, fam? Talk to me, bro. The Nolan Wells case. Talk to me, fam. HD the boss. You in the building, fam? Okay. Salute. Glamour. You in the building, Glamour?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Where you calling in from, Glamour?
I'm calling in from Las Vegas. How you
Man,
doing?
shout out to Vegas, man. Salute to Las Vegas, man. Talk to me, Glamour. How do you feel about the Nolan Wells investigation? They buried him today. What do you think is next in this investigation? There's a lot that came out today as far as what's going on with the investigation. 100,000 up from Tyler Perry, Al Sharpton. Do you think new information is on the way? Autopsies? What's going to be the smoking gun? Talk to me.
I changed my mind from last week. I really don't think that them boys had nothing to do with it. You showed us the daddy last night. Daddy put that boy to sleep about his daughter. And I don't know what happened from there, but the mama says she talked to Katie, right? So Katie know something. Mama and them know something too. Mama didn't bury her son today, and she did not look at her son. Mama and them still getting that whatever kind of money. And I just don't think that them boys had nothing to do with it.
How do you think you think it was an accidental drowning? You think he drowned?
He drowned. He drowned. And they got scared. If they was there, he might have been still back there trying to smell on Katie and fell in the water.
So you think he did? No, because earlier you said Katie's dad did. So you said that
Yeah,
dad.
I think Katie daddy might have told that boy to get away from his daughter. Nolan had done got drunk. Nolan might have started talking smart. Now you see how big the daddy is. He might have put him to sleep. Come on now.
Okay.
If he put him to sleep and dropped him in the water, he couldn't do nothing but drown.
Shout out to Glamour,
Come
man.
on now.
Glamour,
You ain't never been put to sleep?
Nah, never. I'm not. We talking about like knocked out? Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not, yeah. It's like I'm not yet. It hasn't happened. Hopefully never.
Okay.
But nah, I've never been knocked out.
Okay. You have a nice show. Thank you.
Salute to Glamour, gang. Salute to Las Vegas, gang. Salute to Vegas, man. Glamour says she think you know what I mean. Chris Davis, you in the building? Chris Davis, you in the building? Yeah, yo, she's saying horrible, my guy. Yo, she's saying horrible. HD the boss, you there? Okay, salute to HD the boss, man. Salute, gang. Salute. Glam, I just got you out of here. Glam, we just heard from you, Glamour. Sylvester, your shit is not connecting, bro. Call back in, fam. Call back in, man. Let me see the 37s. You in the building? The 37s. You're not there no more. You know what I mean? HD the boss. You there?
Yo, Skull, you can hear me, bro?
I hear you now, Fran. I couldn't hear you at first. HD the boss. Hey, where you calling in from, bro?
I'm calling from Jersey, man. We rocking
I
with
fuck
you,
with Jersey, man. You know I rock with Jersey, fam.
For sure. I got a couple
things.
Nolan
situation, man. Talk to me, gang.
Facts. I got a couple things on my mind, though. You feel me? I'm hearing what everybody's saying and shit, but I feel like we skipping a few things. You feel me? So, like, why nobody ain't checked the boat to see if it really was taking water, to see if they seen any signs of, like, the boat was, you feel me, sinking or something.
But tell me, HD the boss, wouldn't it be too late now because the boat man's been like damn it 2 weeks now, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
they probably might have fixed it. For sure. But this is why I feel like the conspiracy come in though, right? Like, how do we know if that call, if they was for real or not on that call? What if they was trying to come up with a plot? You feel me? While they was driving around, because we see on the map, you feel me? They was going all over the place. They wasn't even coming back. So since the call happened, you feel me? Like, did anybody try to verify that or anything? Do you think they might have tried to dispose of the body? Maybe call somebody else? You feel me? They was like, nah, that's a bad idea. You get what I'm saying?
So you telling me you feel like that call was just kind of just to stall? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That was
like they was trying to come up with something. You feel me? Like, let me do this just in case.
Yeah, so we're going to, just in case anybody asks, why was the boat parked over here at this dock for a minute? You know what I mean? It was taking water. So, you know what I mean? So we tell them, hey, it was, you know what I mean? In case anybody asks.
Like that's where the conspiracy come in at. You feel me?
Okay. You know what I mean? Jersey, shout to Jersey in the building, man.
Yeah, we rocking with you, man. I love how your platform growing too, big bro. You feel
man, salute, fam. Shout out to Jersey in the building, goddamn it. AT the boss, man. AK pulled up dropping gems, man. Chris Davis, what's good, fam? You in the building? Chris Davis, it was your chance. I seen you back there making some macaroni and cheese, some shells and cheese or something. They got a strainer back there cooking some noodles or something. Gang, I think the investigation has just begun, man. And like I said, on this channel, we unbiased. We want to get to the truth, man. If the boys are innocent, y'all look. If Nolan's friends, man, the ones that are on the boats with him, if they didn't do this, then I want that to come out. If they didn't do it, man, I want that to come out. But if they did this, if this investigation leads us to foul play, and we know a lot of shit don't add up, then get to locking motherfuckers up is what we're trying to say, gang. If we find out that something was deleted out of his phone, if we find out the autopsy come back and there's no water in his lungs, or even if it is, he had been beat up, he's just, it's something with that autopsy is telling us something. That toxicology report is telling us something. If we get evidence that says, man, it was some shady shit going on, foul play, because everybody's, like I said, this shit is all over the place right now as far as the investigation. And I blame the state of Mississippi for sure. I blame the state of Mississippi. We need more clarification from you motherfuckers. Yeah, we need more transparency from you motherfuckers. Y'all should be talking. We need a fucking a press conference with the goddamn sheriff for at least an hour. Let everybody pull up, nigga. Let me come ask a question or two. We got questions, man, and we need answers, man. Salute to everybody. Let me see. Chris Davis, you there? Your shit sound crazy, my brother. And Sylvester, bro, your shit, bro, you're not connecting, bro. You're not gonna keep calling back here, but you're not connecting, fam. Salute to everybody, building gang. Yeah, it's a lot to go over still, y'all. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. Shout out to Broderick, man. Broderick said the liars will be exposed. Shout out to my guy Broderick, man. Salute to Broderick Parish, man. Shout out to everybody that donated all night, man. Salute to the Cash App gang, too, man. I had a few Cash App I think I want to read, man. Let me see. Was it a Cash App or two I want to read, man? Shout out to Sassy TV, man. She was saying that Officer Tatum, she was like, nigga, he for sure he got evidence and nobody else does. So she's saying, you know what I mean? She's saying Officer Tatum is full of shit. Shout out there, yeah. Shout out to Sassy TV, man. Shout out to Marlon. Shout out to everybody that donated to the Cash App, everybody got memberships. Everybody put those gifts in the chat, man. Yeah, salute to everybody that was holding me down tonight, gang. But we still got a long way to go in this Nolan Wells situation, gang. In my eyes, this investigation just really began today. Y'all follow me on Instagram, gang. SCO_network, gang. Follow me on Instagram, y'all. I've been kicked off Instagram 30 times. I got another page now. It's SCO_network. Follow me on Instagram, gang. If there's any videos, anything y'all want me to see involved in this case, or don't forget about the Daniel Ewing case out here in Dallas, Texas. The boy who, they saying allegedly drowned in Lake Ray Hubbard, where Ben Crump is out there handling that business too. Any of these stories y'all see, man, put it in my inbox, gang. Yeah, send it to me, gang. SKO_network on Instagram. You should be following me. If you're not following me, you got an Instagram, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody, building gang. Let me see. I got you next time, Brandy, because I'm finna get about this thing, man. Salute to everybody. I'm finna get up out of here, man. Shout out to everybody that donated. But like I said, rest in peace to Nolan Wells. Y'all 18 years old, man. Gone way too soon, man. But as of right now, we still trying to figure out exactly what happened to Nolan Wells. And we're not going to stop talking about it or combing through it until we get some real answers, man. Now, we do got a lot of other stories to break down. I got some more Mo 3 updates coming this week. Yeah, there's long live Mo 3. I got some Mo 3 updates coming this week. So make sure y'all stay locked in with your boy, man. We going live just about every night. We combing through everything with a fine tooth comb. We unbiased over here. We just want the truth, gang. Like I said, if the white boys are innocent, then I hope that comes out, man. I hope if they didn't do anything, it's gonna be sad that they didn't get to go bury their partner and all this shit's gonna be crazy. Yeah, if it turns out that nothing happened, that's gonna be the internet finna turn the fuck up on that. But if it turns out that it was foul play, if it turns out that all this suspicious shit going on around Nolan's, death, if it turns out that something ain't just like we thought, something wasn't adding up, then I hope they make some goddamn arrests, man. Justice for Nolan Wells and his family, bro. Yeah, if somebody did something to him, man, lock they bitch ass up. Come on with that autopsy, Ben Crump. Come on with that autopsy, state of Mississippi. We want answers, man. And they finna analyze that phone too. Remember that. Ben Crump is finna take the phone. They finna go sit down with the DA and the FBI, and they finna go through this goddamn phone to see if anything was erased out the phone. So we should be getting answers soon, gang. Oh yeah, it won't be too quiet. We should be getting some answers soon, man. But until then, y'all, no matter how it went down, man, rest in peace to 18-year-old Nolan Wells, man. Yeah. No matter how it went down, he was an 18-year-old kid. He gone way too soon, man. He was a good kid too, man. Great kid from what it seemed like, man. Playing football, passing classes, respected his parents. He was just a good kid. Had a lot of friends, man. The white folks fuck with him. The black folks fuck with him. You a good nigga with him, but everybody fuck with the essays. Everybody rock with you. An athlete. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. Gone way too soon, man. Till next time, gang. Salute to everybody, building gang. Yeah. Get you a membership, gang. Shout out to Lady Beast, man. Get you a membership. Salute to everybody in the building, y'all. Let me see. True Virgo, salute Mouthpiece. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all see y'all, man. Cali Blue, salute, man. Lord Footage, Shay Jim Dropper, salute, gang. Shout out to my boy KJ in the building, man. Salute to KJ in the building, man. Salute to Cream in the Mix in the goddamn building, man. Salute to Cream in the Mix. Salute to goddamn First Class, man. Shout out to Hood's Queen. Salute to Sunshine. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Dallas Hip Hop, salute, gang. Pre-forever, salute, fam. Firstly, maybe till my phone died. Nigga, you just woke up. Stop bullshit. You just woke up, girl. Smash that like button. Naya Narco, salute, gang. Shout out to D Rich, man. Jovan, TTTV. Salute to D Rich, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, gang. Salute, fam. Shout out to everybody, y'all. Till next time I'm gone, though, y'all. Cosmo, what's good? Shout out to Skull Gang, Toya. Shout out to everybody that put up on the panel tonight, too, gang. A lot of people hit the panel, dropped some real gems from New York, from Jersey, from Vegas to, from Louisiana. Shout out to Faith, man. Yeah, shout out to Faith, man. Hey, Faith say she's seen some shit, man. Salute to Faith. Y'all got Faith fucked up. That girl, she's a real card reader, mind reader. Yeah. Salute, gang. Shout out to Mimi, man. Sweet and Low, what's good, gang? Shout out to Sapphire. Salute to Sapphire. Shout out to D Branch. Redbone. Shout out to everybody. Rainy Rain. Salute to Rainy Rain, man. Salute, Rainy Rain. Shout out to everybody. Easy's 80 Baby. Salute, fam. Rome Allen. Salute, my nigga. Aries 1. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Till next time, rest in peace to Nolan Wells, y'all. Like I say, no matter how it went down, it's sad, man. Rest in peace to him. My condolences go out to his family. But we want to get to the truth over here, gang. We want to find out what really happened to Nolan Wells, and we're gonna keep turning over every goddamn stone until we get close to finding out what the fuck is going on, man. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. Service beautiful today, man. Shout out to his family. Till next time, I'm gone, man. 1920 Graveyard. Salute, my guy. Jerry Jones, salute, fam. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Live from the South Side. Salute, my nigga. No Charge 1. Salute. Salute to everybody, y'all. Until next time, man. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, gang. And I'm gone, fam. Salute to everybody in the building, y'all. Gang, man. To the whole gang. I'll see y'all in the building, man. Y'all, it's your boy Justin on the scope. We don't break the news. We just break the news down. It's most definitely Scope Gang or No Gang or Don't Bang. Hey, we're gonna stay real over here, man. Big Skull Gang. Salute to everybody that watched this video. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I do live streams all the time. It's Skull Gang or No Gang or Don't Bang. want to show y'all this real quick, y'all. Go, hey, gang, come on, man. Just been able to go with Big Cartel, y'all. Go to the website, gang. I got everything in every color, gang. We got everything in every single color, gang. Go show me some love, goddamn it. You ain't breaking your gas down, man, on a stove, gang, straight. You might not, gang. Yeah, y'all niggas tell me y'all big smoke in the chat, y'all big